Chapter 495. When her mother, Qin Lan, came last time, Qin Lan naturally told her father that Lingying had a boyfriend. Her father was definitely dissatisfied. His daughter in China, only those few people in Tiandu were worthy of her. How could anyone else be worthy of her? Not to mention a kid from a third-tier city. He didn't even have the thought of letting Lin Xian test him. Therefore, Lingying's father was determined not to tell anyone else that Lingying had a boyfriend. Even if he did, he had to tell them. They still had a chance. Lingying was also helpless. Although she didn't think that her father would really kill Lin Xian, it was inevitable that he would teach him a lesson or something. And Lin Xian was a person who refused to admit defeat. If he was taught a lesson, he would probably resist. For a moment, she didn't know how to tell Lin Xian. If she told him, would Lin Xian have any psychological burden? Would he think too much? As the middleman, Lingying could only do this. Lin Xian returned to the private room and waited for Han Chuxue. Although he believed that Lingying wouldn't betray him, this was how people were. No matter how much he believed, he was still curious. He was curious about their relationship and why they were here. Then Lin Xian took out his phone and sent a message to Lingying, asking her what she was doing. Lingying replied almost instantly. Eating outside. Seeing Lingying's reply, Lin Xian was completely relieved, but he still continued to ask. With Han Chuxue, didn't you guys agree to eat together today? Lingying replied with a question. Lin Xian. It seemed a little awkward. Then Lingying replied again. Eating with another man. He's more handsome than you, better than you, richer than you, stronger than you, despised. Lin Xian. Oh, then I won't go home tonight. I'll go to the hotel with Han Chuxue. Lin Xian replied. Lingying. Then I won't be going home either. Thank you. Zhao Nanfeng looked at Lingying playing with her phone. Of course, he felt uncomfortable. When men and women went out together, they didn't like to play with their phones while eating or chatting, because it would make them feel that the other party didn't pay attention to them at all. Lingying, I plan to stay in Tianhua City for this period of time to accompany you. Zhao Nanfeng said with a smile. Alu. Lingying raised his head and looked at Zhao Nanfeng. Mother ****. Lingying really wanted to scold her. King stay in Tianhua City. What does it have to do with me? What do you mean spend more time with your mother? Rare. Lingying really didn't want him to bother him. If he stayed in Tianhua City for a long time, wouldn't that be bad? Why are you suddenly staying in Tianhua City? Lingying asked. Zhao Nanfeng smiled and said, You're here and I can understand your thoughts. It's good to do more for humanity. Guarding the border is actually quite good. I plan to stay in Tianhua City for a while. Lingying. I'll definitely ****CK you. Oh, is that so? Lingying then said. Actually, there's nothing good about Tianhua City. It's far worse than Tiandu. You might not be able to get used to it. There's nothing fun, and it's also very dangerous. You're enough. Zhao Nanfeng smiled and said. Lingying laughed awkwardly the whole time. ****CQ. Most importantly, it wasn't that Zhao Nanfeng wasn't good. On the contrary, he was very good. There probably weren't many people of the same age in China who could compare to him. But Lingying didn't like it. And it was very annoying. What was annoying? The most annoying thing was this person's superiority. It was as if in his mind, she liked him and kept rejecting him because of a girl's modesty. Although Lin Xian was narcissistic, at least he didn't have such a sense of superiority in his bones. Admittedly, this Zhao Nanfeng did have the right to be superior. But if he was superior to ordinary girls, then so be it. But if he was superior to Lingying too, then it wouldn't make sense. Moreover, Lingying didn't want to tell Zhao Nanfeng that she had a boyfriend. That was, she didn't want to make an enemy for Lin Xian. This Zhao Nanfeng was good, but he was too arrogant. He did have the right to be arrogant. In his eyes, she was his woman. Once he found out that she had a boyfriend, he would definitely be unhappy. As for what he would do, Ling Ying didn't know. At least for now, she had to wait until Lin Xian could take charge of things on his own. As for Lin Xian, he was actually very curious about the relationship between Ling Ying and Zhao Nanfeng. Of course, he knew that it wasn't that kind of relationship, but they knew each other. Friends. Or what? Lin Xian also knew that Zhao Nanfeng and Ling Ying were from Tiandu, so they were definitely friends. But how did they know each other? Lin Xian really wanted to know. That was why this man was so cheap. It couldn't be helped. Who asked Ling Ying to be his girlfriend? He just wanted to know more. But Lin Xian didn't want to ask Ling Ying. He felt that Han Chuxue should know. She grew up with Ling Ying. Han Chuxue should also know Zhao Nanfeng. And Han Chuxue might also know that Zhao Nanfeng was looking for Ling Ying. Not long after, the beautifully dressed Han Chuxue also arrived. Fortunately, they were in a private room. Otherwise, it would be really awkward. White coat, light yellow sweater, and knee-length skirt. Han Chushua's appearance naturally attracted the attention of too many people. Then, she went to Lin Xian's private room. The dishes were all served, but Lin Xian didn't eat because he was waiting for Han Chuxue. Dong dong dong. There was a light knock on the door. Han Chuxue then opened the door a little and stuck her little head in. Lin Xian looked at her with a smile. What's wrong? This isn't like you. You're like a little girl. Han Chushua's pretty face blushed slightly. She wouldn't be restrained in front of anyone except for Lin Xian. Just like Lin Xian said, she would show some of her girlish behavior. This wasn't like Han Chuxue at all. When wasn't she the kind of girl from a rich family? She was noble and cold. Then suddenly she was like a little girl, timidly poking her head in. The contrast between before and after was really big. However, it seemed that Lin Xian was the only man who had seen her like this. Even if it was Ling Ying, it was only because Lin Xian was present that the three of them were lucky enough to meet her. In short, in this world, to Han Chuxue, Lin Xian must be the most special man besides her family. Han Chuxue walked in quietly and closed the door. She looked a little lost. Little Chuxue, you're really beautiful today. Lin Xian grinned. There was a sharp contrast between the two. Chapter 496. All men said the same thing. Zhao Nanfeng praised Ling Ying's beauty, and Ling Ying laughed. Then he didn't care at all. So what if she's beautiful? She's not yours, so what does it have to do with you? What about here? Lin Xian also praised Han Chushua's beauty, and in return, Han Chushua's face slightly blushed. Han Chushua's blushing was the same as Ling Longshue's blushing. It was a rare scene, but Lin Xian had seen it before. It's okay. Han Chuxue slightly tidied up the loose hair in front of her forehead. In fact, she was hiding her somewhat flustered heart, and then sat in front of Lin Xian. What do you mean it's okay? You're simply too beautiful. Lin Xian said with a smile. Han Chuxue was actually very confident in her own appearance. She never felt inferior because of her appearance, but to be honest, only in front of Lin Xian would she doubt her own appearance. She wasn't too confident. A woman would doll herself up for the person she liked, so of course, she would be restrained in front of the person she liked, or feel that something wasn't good enough. However, there was actually another reason that was quite important, and that was that there were too many beautiful girls around Lin Xian. From childhood to adulthood, all kinds of girls were especially beautiful and all kinds of personalities. There were even beauties on the level of Ling Longshui. No, they should be called goddesses. These were the true goddesses. The other so-called goddesses were nothing compared to Ling Longshui and the others. Moreover, she wasn't good at expressing herself, so she was actually at a disadvantage. She didn't know when it started, but Han Chuxue began to compare herself with the other girls around Lin Xian. Hearing Lin Xian's words, Han Chushua's charming face blushed again. With Ling Ying around, she could still say something. However, if she was alone with Lin Xian, Han Chuxue didn't know what to say. Even as a girl, she wanted to break this awkward situation. Do you want to go to the beast domain to farm together? Han Chuxue abruptly blurted out such a sentence. because she really didn't know what to say. Ah! Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. What are you grinding for? Let's go watch a movie after dinner. Do you want to watch it? Yes. Han Chusha nodded slightly. To be honest, she had never watched a movie alone with a boy. Then let's eat. They didn't have much to say. Lin Xian's main strategy was to attack Han Chushua during the movie. That was the time to launch an all-out attack. Since Lin Xian was sure that Han Chushua would watch the movie, he was going to play hard to get. That was to say, he would deliberately talk less during the meal, but it wasn't as if he didn't talk at all. He would control his words to a reasonable degree and lead Han Chushua's heart. When the time came, it might have an unexpected effect in the movie theater. Alright, little Chushua, do you know Zhao Nanfeng? Lin Xian suddenly asked. Han Chushua was quite surprised to hear this name come out of Lin Xian's mouth. She raised her head and nodded. I know. Is he from Tiandu? Han Chushua replied. Yes. He is the eldest son of Tiandu's Zhao family. He is also one of Ling Ying's pursuers. They can be considered childhood sweethearts. They have known each other since they were young. He has been pursuing Ling Ying, but Ling Ying doesn't like him, Han Chushua said. Hearing Han Chushua's words, Lin Xian nodded slightly and breathed a sigh of relief. Why would he dislike him? Lin Xian asked curiously. Han Chushua thought for a moment and said, I don't really understand. Girls have special feelings. It seems that he is possessive or arrogant. In short, Ling Ying doesn't like him, but Ling Ying's family likes him very much. Seems that he just came over yesterday. Ling Ying had to entertain him because of his family. Hearing Han Chushua's explanation, Lin Xian completely understood. She was still his cute little Ying Ying. Did she tell you? Han Chushua asked in surprise. Yesterday, Ling Ying told her not to tell Lin Xian. She didn't know what to say, so she didn't want to tell him. Then today Lin Xian asked. No, but I saw her just now. She and Zhao Nanfeng are here for dinner. They're in a private room not far from us. As for Zhao Nanfeng, I happened to meet him when I was at the trial union, so I got to know him a little. Han Chushua was so shocked that the chopsticks in her hand fell on the table. What the heck? Why are you so excited? Han Chushua awkwardly picked up her chopsticks. She didn't know why she was so excited. When she heard Lin Xian say that Ling Ying was also here, she panicked. Why did she panic? She didn't understand. Why did she feel like she was doing something sneaky? No, she didn't do anything dishonorable. It's okay, I just got scalded. Han Chushua explained. Why don't we go somewhere else to eat? Han Chushua asked tentatively. Don't tell me you're afraid of meeting Ling Ying. Lin Xian asked with a smile. Why would I be afraid of meeting her? Han Chushua stubbornly explained. She didn't understand. She didn't understand why she panicked when she knew that Ling Ying was here. It was as if Ling Ying was Lin Xian's girlfriend, and under such circumstances, she went out with Lin Xian to eat and watch a movie alone. You're not afraid. Then let's go find them and eat together. Lin Xian laughed. I'm not going. Han Chushua drank a mouthful of red wine. To be precise, she drank it all in one gulp. Sometimes, a small, inadvertent action of a person could show how she was feeling. For example, when Han Chushua drank the red wine in one gulp, it showed that she was panicking. According to her personality, she would sip and taste red wine slowly. Under normal circumstances, it was impossible for her to drink it all in one gulp. I'm just kidding. Lin Xian smiled. In fact, Lin Xian didn't quite understand Han Chushua's thoughts. Why didn't she dare to meet Ling Ying in such an occasion? Was it because of him? In front of the counter, Ling Ying came out to buy a bottle of drink. You want to make me drink? Ling Ying muttered. Uncle Zhang, I'll get a bottle of coconut milk. Ling Ying said to the boss of the place. Here. The boss handed a bottle of coconut milk to Ling Ying. Thank you, Uncle Zhang. All right. The boss looked at Ling Ying and said, I saw your friend just now. She's called Han Chushue, right? The one who came with Lin Xian and his sister before. I don't think I saw wrong. She's also here, but she doesn't seem to be in your room. Ah. Are you sure you didn't see wrong? Ling Ying froze for a moment. Han Chushue came out to eat. I don't think so. That girl is beautiful. Can't be wrong. Who's with her? Is it with Lin Xian? Lin Xian. I didn't notice if that kid came or not. I just came here, but little Han seemed to have come alone. Thank you, Uncle Zhang. Ling Ying then walked away. Could it be Lin Xian and Han Chushue? Chapter 497. On the other side, Lin Xian basically didn't have any concerns about Ling Ying. But on the other side, Ling Ying began to have thoughts about Lin Xian again. Although Ling Ying said that she didn't care if Lin Xian flirted with Han Chushue or not, when it really happened, she still cared. You're back. Zhao Nanfeng saw Ling Ying walk in and revealed a gentlemanly smile. Ling Ying nodded politely, then sat in his seat, picked up his phone, and sent a message to Lin Xian. Ling Ying felt that Han Chushue must have come with Lin Xian, because this restaurant was frequented by the few of them, and Han Chushue didn't have any friends. But that couldn't be right. At this time, Han Chushue couldn't have come out to eat with others. Gathering. Treating. Han Chushue couldn't have attended. Other than Ling Ying, the only people who could invite Han Chushue out were Linya, Xiao Runing, and Lin Xian. Linya was now at home entertaining Ling Longshui and the others, and Xiao Runing. It was impossible for her to come out alone with Han Chushue. Then there was Lin Xian. In addition, Lin Xian had originally agreed to come out with Han Chushue after the Tianwu conference, so Ling Ying was basically sure. But being sure in her heart didn't mean that she didn't want to ask. It was similar to Lin Xian's situation. Lin Xian was also sure that Ling Ying couldn't be disloyal to him, but Lin Xian still asked. This kind of mentality was normal. What are you doing? This was Ling Ying's question. Zhao Nanfeng looked at Ling Ying chatting with someone on his phone and frowned. Who are you chatting with? Zhao Nanfeng asked with a smile, his tone as if he didn't care. But generally speaking, even if he didn't want to answer this kind of question directly, he still had to answer. Oh, Han Chushue. Ling Ying used Han Chushue as a shield. You reminded me. When you call Han Chushue out tomorrow, I'll treat you guys to a meal. I haven't seen her in a long time. Zhao Nanfeng liked Ling Ying, but that didn't mean he didn't like Han Chushue. He was willing to be with either of these two women, but he had to find one first. The reason why he chose Ling Ying was because he felt that it would be easier to chase after Ling Ying. They grew up together, and he knew that Ling Ying's father liked him, so it was much easier. Ling Ying was having a headache. Zhao Nanfeng's invitation to Han Chushue was fake, but wouldn't she come out again? She might not be free. You know that Han Chushue doesn't like places like this. She'd rather go out and farm by herself. Ling Ying squeezed out a smile, but in his heart, he was cursing Lin Xian 10,000 times. Why isn't this bastard replying? The reason why he said that Han Chushue might not be free was because she really didn't want to come out anymore. So annoying. Could it be that Lin Xian was doing something with Han Chushue in the room? Zhao Nanfeng smiled and said, We haven't seen each other for 2 or 3 years. No matter what, we're still old friends. She should give me some face. I don't understand. Zhao Nanfeng saw that Ling Ying was staring at his phone. Of course he wasn't stupid. Would chatting with Han Chushue be like this? No, obviously not. She looked even more anxious. Anxious with Han Chushue. Why would she be anxious? Lin Xian wasn't replying. Damn Lin Yong. Feeling Ling Ying's displeasure, Prince Charming points plus 10,000. Lin Xian was chatting passionately with Han Chushue until her face was red. Then he heard a system notification in his mind. What the hell? Lin Xian looked at his phone. It turned out that Ling Ying sent a message 5 minutes ago. Was it because he didn't reply? That was normal. After all, he just chatted with Ling Ying not long ago. I'm playing outside. Lin Xian replied. With who? Ling Ying asked. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. Myself. Ding. Feeling Ling Ying's extreme displeasure. Prince Charming points plus 100,000. Lin Xian. What the hell? The system was able to explain everything. After he sent the message, Ling Ying became extremely unhappy. Could it be that the system knew something? Then Lin Xian decisively chose to confess. I'm lying. I'm eating outside with Han Chushue. After all I promised her. I have to keep my promise. Your man isn't a scumbag who breaks his promise. Lin Xian replied. Seeing Lin Xian's reply, although she knew that Lin Xian was eating with Han Chushue, Ling Ying felt much better. At least Lin Xian didn't lie to her. What she hated the most were men who lied to her. She would rather Lin Xian and Han Chushue be intimate than see Lin Xian lie to her. Obviously, Lin Xian was smart enough. Otherwise, it would be difficult for him to get into Ling Ying's bed in the future. Zhao Nanfeng frowned when he saw the smile on Ling Ying's face. Did you tell Han Chushue? Why don't I tell her? Zhao Nanfeng then reached out to Ling Ying to take her phone. No need. Ling Ying quickly put down her phone and said, Let's eat. When it's time to go back, I'll go to her house and ask Han Chushue. Zhao Nanfeng nodded. He really wanted to see who Ling Ying was talking to. Time passed slowly, and Lin Xian's side was almost done eating and chatting. Little Chushue, let's go watch a movie. Lin Xian wiped his mouth and asked. Han Chushue lowered her head and nodded lightly. She really didn't know how to reject Lin Xian. Lin Xian's mouth slightly curved. If they went to watch this movie, wouldn't he be able to get Han Chushue? Okay, let's go. Lin Xian then walked out of the room and went to the front desk to pay. Han Chushue stood beside him. Uncle Zhang, how much is it in total? Lin Xian took out his card. Boss Zhang smiled. It's a total of 520, you know. Lin Xian couldn't help but cough. Han Chushue's small face immediately turned red. Han Chushue blushing was a beautiful scene. The most important thing was that she would only blush in front of Lin Xian. The simple reason was that if a girl had a good impression of a boy, she would be concerned about some of the boy's actions or be shy. If she didn't have a good impression of him, the boy's words of love would be regarded as a hooligan. For example, Zhao Nanfeng. He was like this. No matter how many words of love he said, such as missing her and being willing to not eat for 7 days for her, what was Ling Ying's response? He laughed awkwardly there. His heart was about to collapse. As for Lin Xian's side, there was a huge contrast. Han Chushue turned from an ice goddess into a shy little girl in an instant. She was simply too beautiful. Uncle Zhang, the bill. A figure walked over from the side, handed over the card, and then said a few words. Let me do it, Zhao Nanfeng said. Lin Xian and Han Chushue turned their heads. *CK. Did they have to finish eating together and pay the bill together? Was it such a coincidence? Oh. Their hearts exploded. Although they knew each other was here, it was different when they met. Chapter 498. Ling Ying. When Han Chushue saw Ling Ying, she revealed an awkward expression. The awkward thing was that she had come out alone with Lin Xian. Ahem, Chushue. Ling Ying coughed dryly, then looked at Lin Xian and glared fiercely at him. However, since this was God's arrangement, then Ling Ying wouldn't hold back. It just so happened that Zhao Nanfeng wanted to go out and watch a movie with her. Ling Ying could reject him, but she would be angry. While they were chatting, she had casually mentioned that there were guests in her house and that she didn't want to go back so early. She had no choice but to watch a movie now. Although she couldn't let Zhao Nanfeng take advantage of her. And now she happened to meet Lin Xian and Han Chushue. This was God's arrangement, so she had to grab hold of this life-saving straw. Lin Xian wasn't afraid at all. He also glared fiercely at Ling Ying. Ling Ying felt a little embarrassed. After all, she really didn't tell Lin Xian that she was eating with another man outside. She had said it in a joking tone, but Lin Xian had actually said it. Therefore, she actually wanted to quickly explain it to Lin Xian. Zhao Nanfeng's gaze first fell on Han Chushue. It had to be said that when he looked at her again, Zhao Nanfeng was stunned. This woman was really beautiful. She didn't lose out to Ling Ying at all. Then his gaze fell on Lin Xian. Why was it him? How could he be eating alone with Han Chushue? Was there a man in this world who could ask Han Chushue out alone? Even if it was those guys from Tiandu, Han Chushue wouldn't even bother with them. But now that she saw him, she still had to say something. So it's young Master Lin. I didn't expect to meet young Master Lin here, Zhao Nanfeng said with a smile, then deliberately moved closer to Ling Ying, as if he was telling Lin Xian that his relationship with Ling Ying was not normal, and that they were boyfriend and girlfriend. Zhao Nanfeng probably meant that because Han Chushue was next to Lin Xian, and he wasn't sure what their relationship was, he didn't want to be overshadowed by him, so he did this. Lin Xian chuckled. Young Master Feng, nice to meet you. I didn't expect you to come out for dinner with Ling Ying. Ling Ying's mouth opened slightly. They knew each other. After that, she couldn't take it anymore. Although she really wanted to show Lin Xian that she had a good relationship with Zhao Nanfeng and make him jealous, who asked him to come out with Han Chushue. But Ling Ying couldn't do it, so she was scared. That, you know each other. If you know each other, I won't introduce you. Nanfeng is also my friend from Tiandu, so I'll entertain him. Ling Ying explained to Lin Xian. Zhao Nanfeng was also helpless. He originally wanted to pretend and make Lin Xian think that he and Ling Ying were boyfriend and girlfriend, but since Ling Ying said it out loud, there was nothing he could do. I know young Master Feng. Lin Xian smiled. Ling Ying let out a sigh of relief. Lin Xian didn't seem to have misunderstood anything. It was good that there was no misunderstanding. Zhao Nanfeng looked at Lin Xian and asked, Young Master Lin and Chushue are. He was very surprised that Lin Xian was able to eat with Han Chushue alone. Boyfriend and girlfriend. Impossible, how could Han Chushue have a boyfriend? To be honest, he felt that other than himself and the few people from Tiandu, there was no one in China who could match up to Ling Ying and Han Chushue. And a trash from a third-tier city, what was that? Oh, their boyfriend and girlfriend. I forgot to tell you about that. Ling Ying rushed to answer at this time. Lin Xian. Really, Lin Xian was dumbfounded. This Ling Ying was giving him too much face. Then Ling Ying kept winking at Han Chushue. Han Chushue was stunned at first. Then she seemed to understand something. Ling Ying obviously knew that Zhao Nanfeng looked down on Lin Xian. This person, other than the few people from Tiandu, never looked down on anyone. However, Lin Xian was her man. Although it was too much for Lin Xian to eat with Han Chushue, how could she let Lin Xian lose face? Of course, she had to let Lin Xian gain face and let him show off. Otherwise, Ling Ying really couldn't think of any aspect in which Lin Xian could compare to Zhao Nanfeng. No, there was an aspect in which Lin Xian could compare to Zhao Nanfeng. Shameless. In this world, no one could compare to Lin Xian. However, she would just take it as her compensation for hiding from Lin Xian that she and Lin Xian went out to eat alone. And obviously, this sentence directly made Lin Xian proud. Lin Xian was so moved that he wanted to cry. This girlfriend was simply too good. Although Zhao Nanfeng hadn't done anything to make him lose face, Ling Ying's sentence clearly made Lin Xian above Zhao Nanfeng in some aspects. What? Zhao Nanfeng couldn't help but shout. His tone was loud. Boyfriend and girlfriend. How was that possible? How could Han Chushue be pursued by a brat from a third-tier city? Yes, I accidentally got her. Maybe it's because I'm more sincere. Lin Xian smiled. He accepted this face. Zhao Nanfeng's eyes were full of contempt just now, but it was gone now. Han Chushue was only responsible for looking pretty and didn't say anything. Let these two drama queens act. Of course, in his heart, he still hoped that this boyfriend and girlfriend relationship was real. Zhao Nanfeng's mouth twitched. Had he accidentally chased after her? Did he know what kind of existence this Han Chushue was? Did he know how many people were chasing her in Tiandu? Did he know what kind of existence those people chasing her were? He even accidentally chased after her. What the *ck? Although he felt that it was impossible, he really believed it. This Han Chushue had been in this third-tier city for a few years. Had her standards become so low? If he had known earlier, he could have easily pursued Han Chushue. Didn't that mean that Ling Ying was the same? Luckily there was still Ling Ying. It's just that Chushue's house is too big. I'm not used to living in a villa. It's just the two of us living in it, so it's too empty. I suggested that we buy a smaller house, but she thought it was too troublesome, so I went along with her. Han Chushue. Ling Ying. Great. This bastard was getting more and more intense. He was taking advantage of her. However, Ling Ying actually regretted it. Because he also knew that those people chasing Han Chushue had a lot of power in Tiandu. If things didn't go well, Lin Xian might become the target of public criticism. However, if Ling Longshui was here, Ling Ying also felt a little relieved. If this bastard wants to pretend, then let him. You two are living together. Zhao Nanfeng looked as if he had seen a ghost. Living together. What the *ck? Yeah. Isn't it normal for a boyfriend and girlfriend to live together? Lin Xian smiled and said. Han Chushue's little face slightly blushed. Zhao Nanfeng swallowed a mouthful of saliva and glanced at Han Chushue, blushing. What the *ck? Han Chushue blushed. It's over, it's over. In other words, this was all true. This. Does Uncle Han know about this? Zhao Nanfeng was obviously asking Han Chushue. This was too shocking. He, Zhao Nanfeng, was a little brother. Chapter 499. Ling Ying and Han Chushue were both trying to hold back their laughter. They were really trying to hold back their laughter. They really didn't know how Lin Xian could say something like that. Lin Xian wasn't considered handsome, but he wasn't ugly either. He was pleasing to the eye, and the more you looked at him, the more you liked him. But in terms of handsomeness, to be honest, out of 10,000 people, 9,900 would say that he was handsome. They had to admit that. The reason why they were trying to hold back their laughter was because Lin Xian's words made them feel that what he said made sense. Lin Xian's words made them feel that way. They had to hand it to him. However, beauty was in the eye of the beholder. No matter how handsome a person was, they would only take a few more glances and evaluate him. The one they really liked was still Lin Xian. Zhao Nanfeng was stunned. He wasn't as handsome as Lin Xian. If Lin Xian didn't say that, he would definitely think that Lin Xian was nothing. But when Lin Xian said that, he was momentarily dazed. Was it really that he wasn't as handsome as Lin Xian? He wasn't an idiot. Then he came back to his senses. Lin Xian was indirectly saying that they were ugly. Even if it wasn't to that extent, it meant that they weren't as handsome as Lin Xian. Who would admit that? Young Master Lin, you must be joking. Zhao Nanfeng smiled. If it weren't for Han Chushue and Ling Ying, he would have flipped out. But because they were present, he had to maintain a gentlemanly demeanor. Lin Xian didn't need to, because they knew too well what kind of person Lin Xian was. Lin Xian didn't need to hide himself either. I said that you're uglier than me, and you said that I was joking. Does that mean that young Master Feng doesn't think that you're uglier than me? Lin Xian said aggressively. That's not what I meant. Zhao Nanfeng coughed dryly and said, this bastard. He couldn't belittle others, especially in front of the two girls. He just couldn't understand how Lin Xian could be so shameless. If that's not what I meant, then tell me, what do you mean? It's about the same, half and half, what do you think? Zhao Nanfeng really didn't know how to answer, so he could only say so. All right, I'll reluctantly agree. Lin Xian nodded. Zhao Nanfeng suddenly realized that he had unknowingly placed himself on the same level as Lin Xian because of what Lin Xian had said. Shouldn't he be the one crushing Lin Xian? This Lin Xian was something. Wife, let's go watch a movie. Lin Xian smiled at Han Chushue. Han Chushue was stunned at first, and then her pretty face suddenly turned red. This bastard, what did he call her? Ing. Han Chushua's shyness has been detected. Adonis points plus 10,000. Ding. Ling Ying's displeasure has been detected. Adonis points plus 10,000. That's right, Ling Ying was displeased again. This bastard, what did he call Han Chushue? Calling her little Chushu is fine, but now he's calling her wife. Ah! I want to kill someone. Ah, be. Han Chushue nodded. Perhaps because she was very shy, or perhaps because she didn't want others to see anything, she turned around and walked out. Ling Ying looked for them because he wanted to ask them for help. She didn't want to watch a movie with Zhao Nanfeng alone. Don't go, let's go together. Ling Ying hurriedly shouted. Ling Ying, the two of them are going to watch a movie. Why are you joining them? Let's watch it together. Zhao Nanfeng said to Ling Ying. I'm usually a third wheel, I'll get used to it. With that, Ling Ying hurriedly chased after them. Lin Xian smiled at Zhao Nanfeng and said, It's fine, she's used to being a third wheel. Zhao Nanfeng secretly clenched his fist. Young Master Lin, what do you mean? Lin Xian had a confused expression. What? Young Master Feng, what did you say? Why don't I understand? Don't think that it's good news that you're together with Han Chushue. You're not worthy of Han Chushue. There are many people in Tiandu who can make you happy in this world. You better be careful. With that, Zhao Nanfeng chased after them. Lin Xian laughed in his heart. Yes, he's right. He had to be careful. Those families in Tiandu were powerful. So powerful that Lin Xian was of course afraid. Any one of them could crush Lin Xian with their bare hands. Therefore, Lin Xian was even more determined to establish his own faction. Only Lin Xian had the physique gene medicine and mental gene medicine. But how could it be said? If a person used 5 potions, they would lose their effect. Therefore, these 2 types of potions were useless to Lin Xian. However, for any other martial artist, no matter how low the stats were, they were still necessary. Because there were too few opportunities to increase attributes. Being able to increase them meant that they were superior to warriors of the same realm in certain aspects, so they would definitely be crazily fought over. Attribute-increasing medicines were too rare. Even if they could be made, Lin Xian would not consider letting them appear in the market in a short period of time. Just by relying on the usefulness and gimmick of these 2 medicines, they would definitely be able to create a good start for Lin Xian. Using 2 things that were actually useless to him to let a faction he might establish in the future gain attention in the shortest time possible, and obtain the qualifications to stand shoulder to shoulder with the 3 great factions. Was it a loss? Why would it be a loss? For the sake of humanity it could be considered, but more importantly it was for himself. Because Lin Xian had these things that would allow him to establish his own faction in the simplest and fastest way. To him it was useless to keep them, so why not use them? These things were like treasures to the mainland. Lin Xian had already made up his mind. As for the experts in his faction, Lin Xian naturally considered Ling Longshui, Ling Longyue, and Bing Lingyue. Wasn't this an opportunity? After that they went to the cinema together. To Lin Xian tonight was indeed very satisfying. Ling Ying had given him a lot of face, but he was also a little unhappy. Because tonight, Lin Xian wanted to make a move on Han Chushue. Even if he didn't do anything else, he should at least establish their relationship, right? But now, Lin Xian looked at the cinema and saw Han Chushue and Ling Ying holding hands. He was jealous. However, in Zhao Nanfeng's eyes, Lin Xian and Han Chushue were boyfriend and girlfriend. Therefore, Lin Xian had an excuse to sit alone with Han Chushue. As for Ling Ying, she couldn't be taken advantage of by Zhao Nanfeng. Lin Xian had absolute trust in her. Let's watch this zombie movie. Ling Ying pointed at a movie on the screen and said, Anything is fine. Han Chushue nodded slightly and said. Then she looked back at Lin Xian. Lin Xian just happened to walk over. Let's just sit in 2 seats. Lin Xian chose 2 seats. Ling Ying gritted his teeth. F***CK. This bastard. Then I'll sit here. Ling Ying pointed to the other side of Han Chushue. No, Lin Xian said to Ling Ying. Why? Ling Ying stared at Lin Xian angrily. Chapter 500. Alright then. She had underestimated Lin Xian's shamelessness. Scram, scram, scram. Ling Ying glared at Lin Xian, then said, I want to eat an apple, the kind that's already peeled. Coming, coming. My queen, I'll peel an apple for you. Lin Xian grinned as he helped Ling Ying peel an apple. Here, my queen. Lin Xian handed the apple to Ling Ying. Not bad, little Xianzi. Lin Xian. Hee, as long as my queen is happy. May I ask, is there anything else you want me to do? Help me massage my shoulders. Coming. Lin Xian licked Ling Ying so hard that she felt embarrassed. She was used to serving Lin Xian and helping Lin Xian peel apples, so she felt a little uncomfortable instead. When Han Chushue walked over, she saw that Lin Xian was actually helping Ling Ying massage her shoulders. Little Chushue, don't take the ingredients yet. Come over here and let little Xianzi help you massage your shoulders. Ah! Han Chushue was stunned for a moment, then quietly walked over. Lin Xian was actually helping Ling Ying massage her shoulders. This was a little strange. Little Xianzi, go help little Chushue massage her shoulders. Okay. Lin Xian chuckled as he walked over. How should he put it? For a man to help a girl of this level massage her shoulders, Lin Xian felt that it wasn't punishment, but enjoyment. That fragrance, that soft feeling, say, I can't take it anymore, I want to see the sun tonight. Han Chushue sat on the sofa a little nervously. Then her shoulders were pinched by Lin Xian. Is your strength okay? Lin Xian asked. Han Chushue was a little shy, then nodded. Damn. Why didn't you ask me if my strength was okay when you massaged me? Hearing Lin Xian's words, Ling Ying was unhappy. Lin Xian. Women. This was what women were like. Don't explain, I'll remember it. Ling Ying glared at Lin Xian. Lin Xian coughed dryly. It's so hard to be a man. Done. Han Chushue was not used to being pinched by Lin Xian for more than 10 seconds, mainly because she was embarrassed. It's not done, not done, not done, how about I help you massage your legs. You have to open your skirt first. You have to lift it up a little. Ling. Then a fruit knife flew over. Lin Xian turned his head, and the fruit knife flew past his ear and stabbed into the door in the distance. Gulp, Lin Xian swallowed. I will go and prepare. Then Han Chushue left. Ling Ying then glared at Lin Xian. Do you really want to push Chushue down now? Lin Xian. No, I have you, how can I still think about her? Lin Xian quickly smiled, then went over to massage Ling Ying's shoulders. Hee. Lin Xian. Don't hee, I'm quite strong, right? Ling Ying did not answer, then thought for a while and said, How about I help you push Han Chushue down tonight? Lin Xian subconsciously used more strength. If Ling Ying helped, Lin Xian would definitely push her down. Really? Lin Xian asked curiously. Good for you. Ling Ying turned his head and pointed at Lin Xian. Lin Xian. Still pretending. Still saying you don't have any feelings, you don't just want to confess to her, you want to push her down. Cough cough, I'm just kidding. Humph. Ling Ying walked away angrily. Who can stand this? Lin Xian helplessly shrugged his shoulders, then went to the small courtyard of the villa. The breeze was gentle, and it was late at night in late autumn. It was actually quite cold sitting in the yard, but it was quite refreshing. Ling Ying and Han Chushue both took a jacket to cover their legs, and then they roasted food there. After all, they were both wearing skirts, and there was a big pervert next to them who kept staring at their legs. Damn. Chushue, let's go to the beast domain tomorrow, we can't fall behind. Ling Ying said while roasting the fire. Han Chushue nodded slightly. She silently looked at Lin Xian, as if she was looking forward to Lin Xian going. Lin Xian saw Han Chushue's expression and said, I'll think about it tomorrow. I didn't ask you, narcissist. Ling Ying said. Lin Xian. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders. Of course, Ling Ying also hoped that Lin Xian would go. Lin Xian didn't have many reasons to think about it. It was just that he had to seize the time to capture Ling Longyue. Right, can't he bring Ling Longyue with him tomorrow? Sure. Moreover, Lin Xian really wanted to go to the beast domain because he was about to reach the mysterious heaven realm. Just a little bit more after reaching the mysterious heaven realm, he could directly use the heavenly star fruit to reach the lightning tribulation realm. Perhaps tomorrow night, he would reach the lightning tribulation realm. Thinking about it, this speed of cultivation was a little exaggerated. Lin Xian was also worried when there were so many girls around him. Even if a girl accompanied him for a day, it would be over in a week. Moreover, the first one didn't accompany him for a week. This was very uncomfortable. They couldn't accompany him together, right? Tomorrow I should be able to reach the mysterious heaven realm 8 star. If I'm lucky, I might even reach the 9th star. Ling Ying said after pondering for a while. They were very eager to reach the lightning tribulation realm. Once they reached the lightning tribulation realm, it would be another big breakthrough. Tomorrow, I'll reach the mysterious heaven realm 7 star. Han Chushue said. We'll talk about tomorrow's matter every day. Little Chushue, do you still have wine? Do you still want to drink? Han Chushue glanced at Lin Xian. Say, I have to drink. Recently I've been suffering from insomnia. I have to drink to sleep. Okay, I'll go get it. Han Chushue then walked away. Good, you want to get us drunk again, right? Ling Ying rolled his eyes at Lin Xian. Lin Xian said with a smile. No, it's more comfortable to drink some wine. You just want to get us drunk and then do whatever you want. This is what men do all the time, and it's not like you haven't done it before. Lin Xian raised his hand. I swear to God you were all drunk last time, but I really didn't do anything. And think about it, if I really did it, how would I explain it when you woke up? It's very simple. No matter what you did, you can say that you were drunk, and we can't blame you. Hey, don't think that I don't know. Lin Xian. Wow. Lin Xian put on a sad expression. Sigh, okay, since you don't believe me, you don't have to drink. I'll drink by myself, okay? Then Han Chushue came over with several bottles of red wine. Dear, why are you carrying so many? Ling Ying couldn't help but ask when he saw at least 6 bottles of red wine in Han Chushue's arms. Drink, don't you want to drink? Ling Ying handed them the bottles. Once upon a time, red wine was placed in a glass and slowly tasted. Now the 3 of them were drinking from a bottle. Lin Xian was embarrassed to do it after Ling Ying said that. Originally, he really wanted to get them all drunk and then do something, but now, forget it. But what if he got drunk? After getting drunk, he wouldn't know what he did and wouldn't feel guilty. What if he succeeded? Chapter 501. The 3 of them drank more and more in the backyard. At first, Ling Ying said that she didn't want to drink. Later, she hugged Lin Xian drunkenly like a boy hugging a brother. She bragged to Lin Xian like a man. Then the 3 of them were drunk. Lin Xian deliberately didn't use his spiritual power to dissolve the drunkenness, so he didn't know what happened. At noon the next day, Lin Xian woke up. Damn! Lin Xian hammered his own head. Last time, he even told them that it was especially comfortable when he was drunk. Comfortable my ass. He had a terrible headache. Then Lin Xian felt the weight on his body, and then he suddenly became energetic. Ling Ying's PA fell asleep on his body. Soft, fragrant. And then, the clothes were scattered on the ground. Damn! Lin Xian swallowed a mouthful of saliva. Last night, could it be? What about Han Chushue? Lin Xian looked around. They were on the sofa in the living room. Lin Xian put the sleeping Ling Ying on the sofa, then covered her with her clothes. He covered his head and walked 2 laps. Then he found Han Chushue in a white dress sleeping on the lawn in the yard outside. What a pitiful woman! Lin Xian smiled helplessly. He didn't know how he and Ling Ying ended up on the sofa. Han Chushue was sleeping soundly in the yard. What a pity! Lin Xian felt a little pity. If it was Han Chushue on the sofa, it would be great. It would save him a lot of trouble. However, if it was her, it would be terrible. Anyway, it was a blessing and a pity. Lin Xian carried Han Chushue upstairs to her room, then threw her on the bed and left her alone. When they went downstairs, Ling Ying's hair was messy. She hugged her clothes and sat on the sofa, hugging her knees as if she was doubting life. Hearing the commotion behind him, Ling Ying turned his head and saw Lin Xian. He quickly put on his jacket. "We've been married for so long, what are you still shy about? Bastard. Sure enough, your scheme succeeded." Ling Ying gritted her teeth. "How am I scheming? I'm drunk too." "Then you deliberately got drunk." Lin Xian shrugged. "Well, it was hard to explain." "Wait, where's Chushue?" Ling Ying suddenly realized something. Last night she was raped. Could it be that Han Chushue? Just now Lin Xian obviously came down from upstairs. Then Ling Ying ran upstairs barefooted. After less than 10 seconds, a roar came. "Lin Xian, I'm going to kill you." Ling Ying rushed down with a pillow. Lin Xian. Hey, what are you doing? Calm down, calm down." Lin Xian was then crazily chased by Ling Ying. "Don't run." Ling Ying panted. She didn't know how long she chased. Anyway, she was tired. This Lin Xian actually used the space attribute to hide from her. "I say, wife, calm down." "What did I do?" Lin Xian asked with a confused face. "Don't you know what you did?" Lin Xian. "Still playing dumb, bastard. Last night you pushed Chushue down. Did it feel good?" Lin Xian. "Don't misunderstand, I didn't do anything." Ling Ying saw that Han Chushue was sleeping soundly in bed. Plus, Lin Xian came down from upstairs. Without thinking, she thought that Lin Xian and Han Chushue were sleeping upstairs last night. Then she got angry. Of course she was angry, but she couldn't do anything to Lin Xian. "I didn't. I just woke up with your help." Ling Ying. "Then I walked around and saw Han Chushue sleeping on the lawn in the yard, so I carried her to her room upstairs. As soon as I came down, you rushed up and wanted to chop me. What did I do?" Lin Xian put on an aggrieved look. Ling Ying froze for a moment. "Really? Damn. What else? You really think I did something to Han Chushue?" "I don't believe it." A man's mouth was full of lies. It would be strange if she believed it. "Then how do you believe me? If you don't believe me, you can go upstairs and check." "I'm really innocent." Sub. "How do you want me to check?" Ling Ying's little face turned red. "Damn. You're asking me how to check. Do you want me to take you to check?" Lin Xian rolled his eyes at Ling Ying. Okay, I'll believe you this time. I can't let it end like this. You don't believe me, you framed me, and you even hit me. Feel wronged." Lin Xian then sniffed. Okay, be good." Ling Ying patted Lin Xian's head. Hiss. "Damn. Don't be disgusting. I'm going to take a shower." Ling Ying couldn't take it anymore and went to the bathroom. In the bathroom, Ling Ying looked at himself in the mirror and sighed. It was a mess. At that moment upstairs she was really angry. She had already thought it through. Even if Lin Xian did something to Han Chushue, she wouldn't care. But when she saw her, she was angry. It seemed that she really didn't think it through. But then again, how could a girl be indifferent to such things? But fortunately, Lin Xian didn't disappoint her. "That's it. I'll leave the future to time." Ling Ying shook his head slightly. After that, Lin Xian also took a shower and then went home. Ling Ying stayed with Han Chushue to take care of her first. They were going to go to the beast domain together at night. As for whether Lin Xian would go or not, it would depend on the situation. Little fairy. When he got home, he saw Linya making lunch. "Come back and drink some water. I made lunch for you too." "Is Littling not here?" Linya asked gently. "She's at Han Chushua's house. You don't have to do it for her." This was also Linya's considerate side. Most of the time, Lin Xian wouldn't come home. Sometimes she would ask Lin Xian if he was coming home. Sometimes, she wouldn't ask because she wanted to know if Lin Xian was busy. When she didn't ask, Linya would always make Lin Xian's meal. If he didn't come, Linya would treat it as her next meal. Anyway, she hoped that Lin Xian would have food to eat when he came home. "Little fairy, your attribute power?" Lin Xian asked. Hearing this, Linya was a little excited. "Last night Ling Yu helped me do it." Linya then stretched out her hand and condensed cold energy in her palm. Then, a layer of frost formed on the kitchen wall. Seeing this, Lin Xian smiled. "This is great." Now Lin Xian had one less thing to worry about. When the time comes, you can communicate more with Bing Lingyue. If you have time, you can communicate more with Miss Xiao. They both cultivate cold energy. And Han Chushue, they are both experts in ice control. Learning from them will be very helpful. Linya nodded. She was also very happy. If she became stronger, she could help Lin Xian and not be a burden to him. Chapter 502. Lin Xian was in so much pain that he jumped up. "Bastard! How dare you have designs on my sister? How dare you?" Ling Longyue pointed at Lin Xian and said angrily. In her eyes, there was no man in this world who was worthy of her sister. No matter what race she was, although she did not listen to Ling Longshue's words, in her eyes, Ling Longshue was the most beautiful. The truth was that she was indeed too beautiful. Ling Longyue wouldn't be happy if those powerful people were pursuing her sister. However, she wouldn't stop them. After all, even though she felt that she wasn't worthy, her sister had the right to fight for her own happiness. However, if it was Lin Xian, she could not be blamed for being angry. He was so weak and was still a human. What right did he have to say such things to her sister? Therefore, when she heard Lin Xian's words, she was very angry and pinched him. Lin Xian cried out in bitterness. Other sisters-in-law would cheat their sister and help the man pursue her sister. In the worst case, the sisters would be together. But Ling Longyue, "Don't mention it. Ling Longshue scolded. Ling Longyue then pouted her little mouth, full of grievance. She really felt wronged. She was clearly doing it for her sister, but she was scolded by Ling Longshue. It was not that Ling Longshue did not understand the meaning of Ling Longyue's words, but she was more concerned about Lin Xian's words. In fact, even if they were not talking about the goatskin scroll, Ling Longshue would not say anything to Lin Xian. Perhaps she was used to it, or perhaps she felt that it was nothing. If it was when they first met, Lin Xian would have flown away by now. Lin Xian rubbed his thighs and then stared at Ling Longyue. Ling Longyue felt a sense of déjà vu from Ling Ying and stared back at Lin Xian without fear. Ling Longshue asked expectantly, "Is that true?" Lin Xian nodded. "That should be right, but the conditions I just mentioned are also true. You said that you would agree to anything." Ling Longshue. How would she have known that this bastard would make such a rude request? No, it was because of this bastard that he made this request. What I mean is, anything like a spirit artifact is fine. Ling Longshue realized that what she had just said was wrong. Then Lin Xian, that bastard, caught her in the act. She really had to be careful when chatting with this bastard. "I don't care. That's not what you said just now. You said that you don't care about anything. Then I will make you my wife. If you agree, I will help you get the other quarter of the parchment scroll. If you don't agree, I won't take it. Moreover, in my heart, you will become a person who doesn't keep her words and is not responsible for her words." Lin Xian said with a very reasonable expression. Ling Longshue. Logically speaking, she had just said it casually. She didn't think in that direction at all. She was only thinking that she would be willing to give up her precious spirit artifact. Why did she feel that there was something wrong with what Lin Xian said? "You think too much," Ling Longshue said softly. "All right, then in my heart, you have become a woman who doesn't take responsibility for her words. Xiao Linglong, you have become less perfect really." Ling Longshue. It had been a long time since she had the urge to strangle Lin Xian. Ling Longshui took a deep breath and looked at Lin Xian seriously. This map is really important to me. You are also very important to me. Ah! Hearing Lin Xian's words, Ling Longshui didn't have much of a reaction. Ling Longyue went crazy. She couldn't do anything to Lin Xian. She hugged a pillow and punched it crazily as if it was Lin Xian. I'll beat you to death. I'll beat you to death. Lin Xian. This girl, did she have to be so cute? What was this called? This was a classic example of incompetent rage. Ling Longshui didn't know how to tell Lin Xian. Become Lin Xian's wife. How could that be? Even if the parchment was important, she couldn't sell herself, right? Well, Ling Longshui was still very principled. Lin Xian muttered to himself. Actually, I really want to help you. Little Bing Bing, can you feel my eagerness to help Xiao Linglong? Lin Xian looked at Bing Lingyue. Bing Lingyue smiled gently and nodded. Yes. Sister Bing, why are you helping this bastard? Ling Longyue pouted and said. Bing Lingyue chuckled and said, it doesn't matter. Oh. Look, little Bing Bing said that she can feel my eagerness to help you. Just promise me, I'll immediately get the parchment for you. No, Ling Longshui said. Humph, a toad wants to eat swan meat. Ling Longyue snorted. Don't talk, come over here quietly and massage my shoulders. Aye. Ling Longyue felt wronged and angry. But she had to listen to Lin Xian. This was so infuriating. Then she unwillingly went behind Lin Xian and massaged his shoulders. How about this? Lin Xian thought for a moment and said, I won't ask you to be my wife. When the time comes, you'll give me a chance to pursue you. Is that okay? Lin Xian never thought that it would be so easy to get Ling Longshui. If he first asked her to be his wife, she would definitely not agree. Then he lowered the requirements and she would most likely agree. If Lin Xian directly asked for a chance to pursue her, she would still not agree. That was why this was all about technique. Lin Xian was preparing for the future. In the future, he would have to pursue Ling Longshui. First, he would lay the groundwork so that it would be useful in the future. Ling Longshui hesitated. Giving him a chance to pursue her was her problem. Whether he could pursue her or not was also her problem. Anyway, Lin Xian could not pursue her. So what if she gave him a chance? Okay. She then looked up at Lin Xian and nodded. You said it. Ling Longshui nodded. Sister, how could you agree to him? He's very bad. Ling Longshui said in confusion. Be obedient. If you don't listen, I'll increase the number of days. Ding. Feeling Ling Longshui's displeasure. Adonis points plus 10,000. Really? She really wanted to twist Lin Xian's head off behind him. Yes, but whether I can pursue her or not is another problem. Ling Longshui continued. Then I didn't ask you. Just wait to become my Lin family's wife. Ah! Lin Xian then put his hands on his waist and laughed. Ling Longshui secretly shook her head. I really don't know where you get your confidence from. Lin Xian turned his head. Don't talk nonsense. Just massage my shoulders. Ling Longshui. Where's the parchment scroll? Ling Longshui asked. Lin Xian. Give me a few days. I'll get it for you. B. Chapter 503. In the afternoon, Lin Xian went to accompany Miao Xiaomiao and went to visit Wang Xintong. Lu Yufan and Yi Yi were working hard to cultivate in the Sky Martial Court. Compared to the beginning, everyone was much more hard-working and stronger. The sky gradually darkened. Lin Xian did not eat dinner and went to Ling Longshui's place. When Ling Longyue opened the door and saw Lin Xian, her face fell. Damn! Isn't your expression changing a little too much? What's wrong? Why are you so unhappy to see me? Lin Xian glanced at Ling Longyue and walked in. You sound like you're talking nonsense. Ling Longyue said and jumped onto the sofa to watch the television. Lin Xian looked into the kitchen. Ling Long Shui was holding a recipe in one hand and a spatula in the other. She was stir-frying a dish and Bing Lingyue seemed to be learning from her. It also seemed like she was helping her. These two girls were becoming more and more ordinary. However, it was good to be ordinary. Your two sisters are learning how to stir-fry. At the mention of this, Ling Longyue's face fell again. Don't mention it. It's disgusting. Every time I eat it they ask me if it's good. Don't they know if it's good or not? I'm so angry. Ling Longyue said aggrievedly. It's fine. I'll cook for you in the future. Lin Xian said casually and took a bite of an apple. When Ling Longyue heard Lin Xian's words, it was as if she had seen a ghost. You're so kind. Lin Xian smiled and said, Of course you have to serve me first. Ling Longyue's face fell. All right. For the sake of her space attribute, she would endure it. Then Lin Xian walked into the kitchen. Of course, the two girls knew that Lin Xian was here, but they couldn't stay idle. Cooking a simple dish was even more unexpected than fighting a battle. Xiao Linglong, you shouldn't flip the dishes like this. Come, let me teach you. Lin Xianran walked over and held Ling Long Shui's slender jade-like hand, teaching her step by step. Ding. I think he took advantage of this big sister. Prince Charming points plus 20,000. Ling Long Shui didn't react at first. Then, she realized that she seemed to have been taken advantage of. Then she looked up at Lin Xian's side profile. She couldn't tell if this person was doing it on purpose or if he really wanted to teach her. In the end, she chose not to say anything. Bing Lingyue seemed to have seen more clearly than Ling Long Shui. She had a slight smile on her face as if she understood something. Soon a simple dish was cooked. As for the taste, it was saved by Lin Xian. It was not bad. Anyway, Ling Longyue felt that it was more delicious than before. After eating, they didn't wash the dishes. Instead, they sat on the sofa and chatted. Little brat, help me massage my shoulders. Lin Xian said to Ling Longyue. Ding. You can sense Ling Longyue's dissatisfaction. Prince Charming points plus 10,000. Who are you calling a little brat? I'm older than your grandfather. Ling Longyue stared at Lin Xian. Quick. Oh! Then Ling Longyue went over and massaged Lin Xian's shoulders. After all, she promised to serve Lin Xian for 7 days. If she didn't even massage his shoulders, what else could she do? Lin Xian was laughing in his heart. Awesome. The feeling of being able to tame this kind of arrogant and pampered little girl was indescribably satisfying. Although she wasn't completely obedient yet, the feeling was still pretty good. Massage my legs. Lin Xian placed his legs on the coffee table. Ling Longyue gritted her teeth and went over to massage his legs. The other two girls saw this and didn't know what to say. As for Ling Long Shui, she was happy. This little sister of hers was too spoiled. Lin Xian treating her like this was actually doing her a huge favor. Anyway, she really didn't know how to discipline Ling Long Shui. Lin Xian. Ling Long Shui suddenly thought of something and looked at Lin Xian. What's wrong? Lin Xian pointed to the other side of his leg, indicating for Ling Long Shui to massage the other side. Then he looked at Ling Long Shui. Ling Long Shui took out a piece of parchment and passed it to Lin Xian. Lin Xian took it. This. Lin Xian frowned slightly. Yesterday I went back home and found this. It seems to be an ancient map of the Void Fox clan, but it's divided into 4 parts. I have 2 with me and the rest are missing. Maybe it's with the Fae, or maybe it's in an unexplored place, or maybe it's with you humans. You know more than I do, so I hope that if it's possible, I'll ask you to search for this map on a large scale. I'll pay a high price for it. Ling Long Shui had changed a lot compared to the past. In the past, when she spoke to Lin Xian, she really wouldn't use words like please or please. She had always been a high and mighty cold goddess. But now she was still cold but much gentler. However, it seemed like this was only with Lin Xian. When she went out, she was still the same. In any case, Lin Xian felt that it was a big change. Moreover, Ling Longshue's favorability towards him had inexplicably increased to 39 points. There were only 11 points left before the confession favorability threshold. Ling Longshue's favorability towards Lin Xian had always been at 0. But now it had increased to 5 points. Was it because as they spent more time together, their favorability would slowly increase? As for Bing Lingyue, it was a little special. "Are you sure this is your family's parchment?" Lin Xian asked. Ling Longshue nodded. "I think I have seen a quarter of it somewhere." Actually, Ling Longshue knew about it as well. At that time, Lin Xian had helped Ling Longshue auction the Heaven's Wrath Needle and a parchment scroll. Perhaps Ling Longshue didn't care, but Lin Xian had a few rounds with Chen Cheng at that time. Therefore, Lin Xian had seen it clearly. It was obviously the same as the one in Ling Longshue's hands. Other than the picture on it, everything else was different. "I know where a quarter of it is." "Really?" Ling Longshue's beautiful eyes lit up. This item was very important to her. "If I get it, what will you use to exchange it with me?" Lin Xian smiled and asked. "Anything is fine." To Ling Longshue, even if it was some of her most valuable treasures, it wouldn't matter. Because this item was related to her race, her obsession. "Anything is fine." Lin Xian smirked. When Ling Longshue saw Lin Xian's smirk, her heart skipped a beat. "Then you can be my wife." Ouch. Just as Lin Xian finished speaking, Lin Xian couldn't help but cry out. Ling Longshue directly pinched his thigh. Chapter 504. The matter of pursuing Ling Longshue was temporarily buried. When the time comes and her favorability reaches 50, Lin Xian would make his move. If he fails, he would continue. Ling Longshue was different. As long as Ling Longshue's favorability reached 50, Lin Xian could pursue her crazily. She was different from the other girls because Lin Xian had a deep conversation with her before. Because of this, Lin Xian could be shameless. Moreover, in their eyes, he was a scoundrel. Lin Xian did not believe that when the time came, he would not be able to take down Ling Longshue. When the time came, he would take her down and make her obediently become the leader of the force he was about to establish. If she joined, then Bing Lingyue and Ling Longyue would definitely not be a problem. Now, Lin Xian looked at his phone and then turned to look at the unhappy Ling Longyue and said, "I'm preparing to make a trip to the beast domain. Follow me." "Why? If you're going, go alone." "What does it have to do with me?" Ling Longyue said unhappily. "Disobedient." "Hi." Ling Longyue met Ling Longshue's eyes and then deflated. "Got it. Don't be willful outside," Ling Longshue reminded. "Got it." Ling Longyue felt that she was so pitiful. If not for the fact that everything in the human world fascinated her and made her like it, she would have run away long ago. Back to the Thousand Demon Alliance. To be honest, Ling Longyue had fallen in love with the things in the human world. She had never thought that there would be a place that was so fun. There were so many delicious and fun things that she had never seen before. The demon race really did not seem to have any interesting places. "Let's go." Lin Xian then said goodbye to them and left. This was because he was going to the beast domain to raise his cultivation to the lightning calamity realm tonight. With this little girl following them, they might be able to go to some dangerous places. One had to know that this little girl was in the heavenly sovereign realm. At the entrance of Han Chushua's house, the two girls were dressed and leaning against the car waiting for Lin Xian. "I'm coming." Lin Xian waved his hand. The two girls looked over and saw Ling Longyue behind Lin Xian. "Little girl, you're coming too." Ling Ying ran over and pinched Ling Longyue's pink cheeks. "Who is she?" A void fox, a heavenly sovereign realm elite, was pinched by an ordinary human. How could she tolerate it? If it weren't for the fact that she was a friend, Ling Longyu would have already flipped out. Furthermore, Lin Xian's gaze was warning her. "Let's go play." Ling Ying only knew that Ling Longshue was a very powerful person. As for what kind of person she was, he was not too sure. He only knew that Ling Longyue was Ling Longshue's younger sister. As for how powerful her sister was, he did not know. But since she was so young, she shouldn't be too strong, right? Going to level up with them was not a big deal. Why are you carrying a backpack? Han Chushue glanced at her. This little girl was at most 1.5 meters tall, not even 1.5 meters tall, but she was carrying a backpack that was almost as big as her head. Ask him. Ling Longyue pointed at Lin Xian unhappily. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose and said, I brought some things. There are bedsheets and a bunch of delicious food inside. Why did you bring bedsheets? Lin Xian said, if we have to spend the night, at least there's a comfortable and clean place to lie down outside. Then can't you put it in the space ring? Do you have to let her carry it? Ling Ying asked. Since she came with me, I have to let her have some sense of presence. Lin Xian said with a smile. Ling Longyue. Really? That's so annoying. He could have put everything in the space ring, but he did not want to. He just wanted me to carry it. How can there be such a bad person? Give me the backpack, I'll put it in the car for you first. Ling Ying took the bag. Then they got into the car together and sped off into the distance. Where are we going to level up today? Let me tell you, I'm about to reach the lightning tribulation realm. The starry fruit. Lin Xian nodded. It's exaggerated. What's the starry fruit? Ling Longyue asked. Shut up. Ling Longyue. Wow. I want to kill someone. The starry fruit was given to him by your sister. Don't you know? Ling Longyue revealed a strange expression. Her sister gave it to him. Then why didn't she know what the starry fruit was? The starry fruit was very perverted. Lin Xian was too lazy to explain, so he told them that he got it from Ling Longxue. I told you to shut up. Lin Xian glared at Ling Longyue. This little girl secretly clenched her fist. She swore that if she had the chance, she would beat up Lin Xian. Then Ling Ying, who was in the front passenger seat, turned to Lin Xian and said, We're going to the Luohui Plains. I remember that place. When I was young, it was a very beautiful scenic spot. It's not a scenic spot, it's a grassland. But now, it's not as simple as a grassland. Why don't we go to Chongfeng City? Lin Xian said. The two girls were stunned. Are you sure? Ling Ying asked tentatively. How should I put it? In the demonic beast domain, you can't determine which place is more dangerous. Forests, plains, or cities that have been occupied before. Both are possible. However, their first reaction was that the demonic beasts would be more concentrated and more dangerous in the city. This was because countless houses had been built for the demonic beasts to rest in. Even the demonic beasts that had transformed could live comfortably in the houses. Therefore, under normal circumstances, the feeling that the city gave people might be more dangerous. Chongfeng City and Linfeng City were two neighboring cities. They had previously cleared out Linfeng City. Although they failed in the end, they still killed a lot of demonic beasts. As for Chongfeng City, at most some experts would go there to gain experience, but there wouldn't be a situation where a large number of martial artists would enter. Therefore it might be very dangerous. Lin Xian nodded. If it was in the past, Lin Xian would still choose the Luohui Plains. But now, with a little girl in the heavenly venerable realm behind him, he could rest assured. Moreover, as long as they went to a certain area in the city, there would be demonic beasts of the same level that they wanted to fight. We're more familiar with this kind of environment in the city. Relatively speaking, there might be more monsters. There are also more mysterious heaven realm demonic beasts. Alright, let's go to Chongfeng City. But it might be very dangerous. What are you afraid of? I have the space attribute, you have the dark attribute, and Chushue has the ice attribute. Can't we run? In fact, he was more confident because of the little girl behind him. Alright, then we'll listen to you. But if we really encounter a low realm, or even a domain realm is possible, do you still have Heaven's Wrath needles? No. Not as arrogant as you. Heh, arrogance is a kind of attitude in life. It's also my habit. Get lost, don't be embarrassed. Chapter 505. In the end, Ling Ying and Han Chushu listened to Lin Xian and drove towards Chongfeng City. Along the way, there were many demonic beasts chasing after them. This was a very normal phenomenon. If they could catch up, they would have to get out of the car to deal with the demonic beasts. Otherwise, it would be very dangerous for them to stay in the car. As long as the demonic beast's realm was high enough, they could use their demonic techniques to destroy the car. Once the car exploded, unless they reacted quickly and escaped with Lin Xian or Ling Ying, they would definitely be seriously injured. It was much more dangerous than not driving because the force of the car explosion was much stronger than the force of the explosion. However, unless they were extremely unlucky or the road was really difficult to drive, it would be very difficult for them to encounter demonic beasts that could catch up to them. Those that could catch up could be done by those in the mysterious heaven realm. However, those in the mysterious heaven realm could be easily killed. What realm are you in? On the way they were naturally chatting. Ling Ying asked curiously. Heaven. Cough cough. Ling Longyue was about to tell them her realm to scare them when Lin Xian quickly interrupted her. Heaven what? Lin Xian hurriedly said. It's the profound sky realm. She's talking about the profound sky realm. Lin Xian did not want them to know that this girl was in the sky sovereign realm. Unless they really had no choice but to expose Ling Longyue, Lin Xian did not want to cause any more trouble. Although they were all on the same side, how could he explain this? Such a small lowly was in the sky sovereign realm. Ling Ying did not suspect anything. Mysterious heaven realm, everyone is so powerful now. Ling Ying said with slight surprise. Miao Xiaomiao and Ling Longyue. Such a small lowly mysterious heaven realm. They were also in the mysterious heaven realm. Of course, in the God's child system, realm did not mean everything. If you could reach the mysterious heaven realm at the age of 3, as long as you wanted to, what was the point? Nothing. What one really needed was strength, combat power, and control over one's attributes. Just having a high realm was completely useless. Ling Longyue said proudly. When the time came and they found out that he was a heavenly venerable, he would scare them to death. You're too modest. When I was your age, I was only in the spirit condensation realm. Ling Ying tilted his head and thought for a while before saying softly. Actually, Ling Longyue wanted to say that she was several generations older than her ancestor. Humans lived for 100 years, while demons lived for 100 years. However, even the void fox who had lived for 1,000 years was only a little lowly like Ling Longyue. In terms of age ratio, Ling Longyue who had lived for 1,000 years was only a little human girl. There was nothing wrong with that. But right now my realm is the highest. Lin Xian laughed arrogantly. Don't be so arrogant. It won't be long before I shake you off. Ling Ying said. Oh, I can reach the lightning tribulation realm tonight. What about you? If you force me, I won't go home from the demonic beast domain. That won't do. Are you scared? Are you afraid that I'll surpass you? Ling Ying laughed proudly. No. That's not what I'm afraid of. Lin Xian said. Ling Ying didn't understand what Lin Xian meant. Lin Xian coughed dryly. Let's not talk about it anymore. Say it. What do you want to say? Ling Ying couldn't stand it when people stopped talking halfway. It's hard to say. Hard to say. Since there was something Lin Xian couldn't say. In fact, Lin Xian wasn't afraid of Ling Ying catching up to him. Lin Xian couldn't wait for Ling Ying to catch up to him. The more powerful his woman was, the more relieved he would be. However, if she stayed in the demonic beast domain every day to level up, who would warm his bed? Han Chushue. It seemed that he couldn't push her down for the time being. Lin Xian was glad that the mission to confess to Han Chushue had changed. The 1-month deadline had been refreshed. Otherwise, there wouldn't be much time left. Ling Ying didn't force Lin Xian. Since Lin Xian didn't want to say it, it should be hard for him to say it. "Oh right. Be careful of that Zhao Nan Feng." Ling Ying suddenly thought of something and said, "I know. I mean, it's not just him. There are many people chasing after Chu Xue in Tiandu. Their family background isn't small either. I'm guessing that he has already sent the news of Chu Xue being taken by you to Tiandu. I'm afraid it won't be long before you're in trouble. I'll deal with it as it comes. For my girlfriend, I'm willing to give up everything." Hey. Enough. Ting is acting. Why are you taking it seriously? Now you're calling her your girlfriend. Ling Ying rolled his eyes at Lin Xian. Han Chushue, who was driving, blushed slightly. "That's right. He still wants to chase after my sister." Ling Longyue nodded her head and said with dissatisfaction, "What? You still want to chase after Ling Longshui?" Ling Ying looked at Lin Xian. Cough cough. Lin Xian suddenly coughed awkwardly. I'm just kidding. Lin Xian said bitterly. Then he stared at Ling Longyue and said, "From now on, when we reach Chongfeng City, you can't say a word." Ling Longyue remembered that she had to listen to Lin Xian's words and could only swallow her anger. "I guess you only have the heart but not the guts," Ling Ying said. Lin Xian was going to chase after Ling Longshui. Although she wasn't familiar with Ling Longshui and didn't know how Lin Xian and Ling Longshui knew each other, she roughly knew that the girl who crushed the evil fiend Shrine's heavenly venerable powerhouse in the Tianhua Academy's recording studio was Ling Longshui. In other words, Ling Longshui was either a high-level heavenly venerable or a higher virtual realm. To be honest, she was very surprised. But Lin Xian was going to chase after Ling Longshui? To be honest, it wasn't that Ling Ying looked down on Lin Xian. Ling Longshui's temperament, appearance, strength, or even status, Ling Ying felt that no man in this world could match up to her. How beautiful did a girl have to be to convince others? It wasn't that she had a lot of suitors, but that other girls who were as beautiful as her were envious of her. And now, Lin Xian was saying that he was going to chase after Ling Longshui? Ling Ying believed that Lin Xian definitely had this intention. Any man would want to have a girl like Ling Longshui. She was already a true fairy, a goddess. What were those goddesses on planet Aqua Blue compared to Ling Longshui? Those goddesses were like country bumpkins in front of Ling Longshui. Ling Ying himself felt inferior in front of Ling Longshui. This woman was too noble. So noble that he didn't dare to look her in the eye. Lin Xian had this intention, but he couldn't do it. Normal men would feel inferior in front of such a woman, let alone chase after her. Of course, Lin Xian could be shameless. Ling Ying also knew that he was shameless, but being shameless was one thing. How could he be shameless enough to chase after such a woman? Impossible. She might be in the higher virtual realm. He really wasn't worthy. He really didn't dare to chase after her. Therefore, Ling Ying didn't panic. He didn't think that Lin Xian and Ling Longshui would have any progress unless he wanted to die. Chapter 506. About an hour later, they saw the silhouette of Chongfeng City in the night. Longwind City and Linfeng City were neighboring cities. Back then, they were attacked by demon beasts at the same time. Therefore, the current Longwind City was still relatively new. Even if people were to move in and renovate it, it wouldn't be a problem. After all, it hadn't been too long. Let's park the car here. I'm worried that it would be too conspicuous to drive into the city. Han Chushue said. Okay. Then they stopped about 300 meters away from the nearest house and got out of the car. The bag is too big. Ling Longyue carried the bag and looked at Lin Xian with dissatisfaction and grievance. Then keep it, Lin Xian said to Ling Longyue. Ling Longyue's mouth opened slightly. So nice. She felt that Lin Xian was deliberately making things difficult for her. You said it. And keep it. Then Ling Longyue kept the bag that was almost bigger than her into her spatial artifact and followed them into Chongfeng City. I used to live here. Ling Ying sighed. Alu. You used to live here. Lin Xian really didn't know this. Anyway, in Lin Xian's memory, this body had always been in Tianhua City. Linging nodded. Yes, when Chushu and I came here from Tiandu, the first city we saw was Chongfeng City. Later we also experienced a demon beast attack. That scene was really scary. Linging didn't want to recall that scene. Han Chushu nodded slightly. Cries of despair, cries. How many people saw their loved ones being torn to pieces, but they were helpless and could only run for their lives. Han Chushu muttered to herself. I haven't seen this before. Lin Xian said. Maybe, but I hope it never happens. But it's impossible. Tianhua City might be the next. Linging sighed. Forget it, let's not talk about this. We'll deal with it when the time comes. Let's increase our strength first. Then they entered Chongfeng City. Without human habitation, there was no light in the city. The only light that could be seen came from the eyes of monsters in the dark. Let's find a big building. If we fight on the streets, we might attract dozens or even hundreds of demonic beasts. Might be dangerous. Linging said. Isn't it better to have tens or hundreds of them? Whoosh! Lin Xian said as he threw out a heavenly thunder flash. A demonic beast hiding behind a stone pillar in front of the restaurant was directly blasted to death. He was only at the spirit condensation realm. F***CK. You are very arrogant now. You're getting cocky. Ling Ying exclaimed. As a martial artist, they had to be careful when grinding in the demonic beast domain. They had to be as careful as possible. If they made a big commotion, they might attract a group of demonic beasts. Of course, they didn't have to care too much about the strong ones. However, they were only at the mysterious heaven realm. They had to be very careful. As for Lin Xian, it was too high profile for them to attack on the streets. They had been grinding outside for so many years and had never dared to be so high profile in the city. They would quietly sneak into a building and kill the demonic beasts inside. Even if other demonic beasts were attracted, at least they could enter through the two doors. Just like on the streets, in every alley, every building by the roadside, in every direction, dozens of demonic beasts could sense the commotion. Who could withstand this? The reason why Lin Xian dared to be so arrogant was because he knew that they had a little girl at the heavenly venerable realm protecting them. It's a little arrogant, Han Chushu said quietly. Then, a beautiful light sword appeared in her hand. Ling Ying did the same because dozens of demonic beasts had already gathered around them in a short period of time. They walked out from the various storefronts or stood on top of the wall tiles. Lin Xian smirked. This is awesome. Dark, ice, and my lightning are all attributes that can be used in large-scale battles. We can't waste such a good attribute to grind. I hope we can go back alive tonight. After Ling Ying finished speaking, his figure disappeared like a ghost. In the next instant, he appeared on the head of a black tiger more than 10 meters behind him as if he had teleported. Then, he chopped off its head with his sword. Lin Xian held 1,000 evils in his hand and rushed to the front. Then he unleashed lightning. Han Chushu rushed to the demonic beasts that came out from the other storefronts and slashed. As for Ling Longyue, she pretended not to see anything. Holding a bag of tomato-flavored potato chips in her hand, she jumped onto a tree branch and sat on it. She swung her legs and ate the potato chips. In a short period of time, all the demonic beasts in the surroundings were cleared. Are you still saying that there are too many demonic beasts now? Lin Xian came over and said. That's because these demonic beasts are all in the spirit focus realm. Come and take a look at a group of mysterious heaven realm. Ling Ying walked over and said. Then let's go further ahead. After saying that, Lin Xian walked forward. In the city, the more prosperous the place, the higher the grade of the demonic beasts. Just like humans, everyone likes to live in good places. Most of the demonic beasts do not like damp places. Of course, they would prefer to live in houses with better moisture resistance. Those high-rise buildings would naturally have better effects. Crazy. This is the first time I've come here to grind so high profile. Ling Ying was a little flustered. He's not that hot-headed. He must have a certain amount of confidence before he dares to do this. Then let's follow him, Han Chushue said. All right. Hey, you heir, why aren't you grinding? Ling Ying asked Ling Longyue in surprise. Ling Longyue said, I'm just here to be a bystander. Don't worry about me. This was strange. If they were not here to grind, then what were they here for? Time ticked by slowly. They were now at the pedestrian street area. Generally speaking, the pedestrian street area was more prosperous. That was why there were many buildings here. They were at a fork in the road. Along the way, their experience points had increased by quite a bit. When Ling Ying saw Lin Xian stop in the middle of the road, she was stunned. Lin Xian couldn't be planning to grind here, right? Is he crazy? Hey Lin Xian, what are you doing? Ling Ying quickly ran to Lin Xian's side. I'm farming here. We'll stay here tonight. There's no need to go anywhere else. Lin Xian said honestly. Are you crazy? This is a fork in the road. There are many shopping malls, cinemas, supermarkets, and other big buildings around. If we fight here, we will be surrounded by hundreds of demonic beasts in a short period of time. There will definitely be a lot of mysterious heaven realm demonic beasts. There might even be tribulation realm demonic beasts. Trust me. Hundreds of demonic beasts. This kind of battle is equivalent to 2 days of grinding outside. Lin Xian looked at Ling Ying and said seriously. Are you serious? Trust me. Phew. Ling Ying took a deep breath. Chapter 507. To be honest, she felt that she was crazy. Even a tribulation realm cultivator would not dare to kill monsters like this, right? However, she felt that Lin Xian was confident in winning. Then she would risk her life to accompany him. All right. Following that, Ling Ying walked towards Lin Xian. Han Chushue did not say anything and the three of them stood together. Wait a minute. Lin Xian then ran towards Ling Longyue. Little Yaya, everyone's safety is in your hands. You only said that you want me to serve you. You didn't say that I have to help them. 1 day off. Oh. Then Ling Longyue jumped to the side of the road and sat there with her high IQ. Ling Longyue is really here to be a bystander. Ling Ying saw Lin Xian walking over and asked in surprise. Lin Xian nodded. Let her be a bystander. Let's prepare for battle. This is for you. Then Lin Xian handed each of them a few spirit recovery pills. Don't be stingy with your spiritual energy. Use it boldly. We will cooperate. All right. We will listen to you. You are the boss. Ling Ying said. Lin Xian smiled and said, You should know how to cooperate, right? I don't need you to teach me. Then I will lure the monsters. There were already some monsters eyeing them from afar, but they didn't come over. Monsters also had intelligence, and the higher their level, the higher their intelligence would be. After Lin Xian finished speaking, lightning erupted from his body. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. Bolts of lightning bombarded the buildings in the distance and the shopping mall. Crash! The glass in the shopping mall was shattered and flames burned inside. The walls and the glass fell to the ground. It was a mess for a moment. The monsters that were resting in the building all ran out and saw the three of them in the middle of the 5 forked roads. I must be dreaming. Ling Ying saw more and more monsters gathering around and eyeing them covetously. He felt a chill down his spine. In the short span of a minute, no less than 200 of these monsters had appeared. Most of them were at the spirit condensation realm and arcane body realm, so they were able to kill them in an instant. However, there were also quite a few of them at the profound heaven realm. 20 to 30 was a certainty. And profound heaven stage demon beasts were capable of killing them. For example, Lin Xian was a mystic heaven stage 9-star demonic beast. A mystic heaven stage 6-star demonic beast might be able to kill Lin Xian. Are you ready? Lin Xian smirked. Done. Then, whoosh. Lin Xian then threw a heavenly thunder flash at a group of demonic beasts dozens of meters away. Boom! Thunder rumbled. Because Lin Xian took the initiative to attack, the beast horde, which had been eyeing them covetously, seemed to have felt the humans' provocation the moment Lin Xian's attack landed. Then they roared and rushed over. Begin. Hu! Ling Ying took a deep breath, and the darkness attribute energy in his body began to rise rapidly. Fixed image. The darkness attribute energy exploded. To be honest, this was the first time she released such a large area of effect. In an instant, all the demonic beasts within 100 meters were fixed in place. Freezing sky and freezing ground. Then Han Chushua's delicate body exploded with terrifying cold energy. Since Lin Xian asked them not to be stingy with their spirit energy, then they would use it. Hundreds of demonic beasts were instantly frozen. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. Then, the three of them charged at the demonic beasts in 3 different directions. 5 Thunder Celestial Phenomenon. Boom! Purple thunder rumbled in the dark night. Those demonic beasts that were fixed and frozen did not have time to resist and were instantly killed by Lin Xian. On the other side, Ling Ying's figure turned into the fastest ghost in the dark night. One could only see the afterimages and light she brought. Then, one would realize that Ling Ying's figure was already far away from those demonic beasts. It was as if there was a delay. Then those demonic beasts spat out blood and fell to the ground, killed in an instant. On the other side, Han Chushua's martial arts were basically group attacks. After all, it was the ice attribute. If the ice attribute martial arts were not group attacks, then there was no other martial arts that were group attacks. The ice attribute martial arts should be the one with the most group attacks. The demonic beasts broke free from the ice and the fixed images. When the 2 of them finished, the 3 of them had already killed no less than 100 demonic beasts. Lin Xian looked at the demonic beasts that were charging at him from all directions, and the corner of his mouth curled up. Extreme Thunder Sky Flash. Shwa! Lin Xian waved his sword on the spot, and the Extreme Thunder Sky Flash was formed. Thunder Array. Boom! An Earth-grade thunder martial art. Even if one's star level was higher than Lin Xian's, there was a chance to instantly kill him. What couldn't Lin Xian instantly kill? So. All kinds of fireballs, ice crystals, and other demonic beasts rushed at Lin Xian. However, those that had not reached Mystic Heaven Realm 4 stars were blocked by Lin Xian's pure defense. After all, he was at Mystic Heaven Realm 9 stars. If things went south, Lin Xian would use Instant Shadow, the space attribute, or even Carefree World to quickly dodge. Thunder Thousand Blaze Slash. Since he had the Spirit Recovery Pill to recover a large amount of spirit energy, Lin Xian was too lazy to conserve spirit energy. The Thunder Thousand Blaze Slash gathered on his sword and then suddenly slashed out with a purple thunder crescent slash. ZZZ. Everywhere it went, the demonic beasts were instantly killed. On the other side, Ling Ying's battle was also relatively easy. This was because her speed was too fast and she had the dark attribute. Now that it was night, there were many demonic beasts, but she could use the dark attribute to easily dodge the demonic beasts' long-range and close-range attacks. As for Han Chushue, she had the advantage of control. Hearing Lin Xian's words, she was not stingy with her spirit energy. The ice and snow controlled the demonic beasts until they couldn't move at all. One by one they fell under her sword. At this moment, a Mystic Heaven Realm 8-star violent flame rat suddenly dug out from the ground behind Han Chushue. Its sharp claws were accompanied by the power of flames. If it hit Han Chushue, she would be seriously injured or even instantly killed. Han Chushue felt it, but she didn't have the space attribute or the dark attribute, so she couldn't dodge in time. Hua! A terrifying cold energy suddenly erupted from Han Chushue's delicate body. Her reaction was already very fast, but her cultivation level was even lower than the Ruthless flame rats. She had indeed released a very powerful ice attribute energy, But the ruthless flame rat had also released a demonic technique. The flames all over its body immediately neutralized the cold energy, so the cold energy didn't freeze it. Its sharp claws reached towards Han Chushua, and Han Chushua didn't even have time to turn around. At this moment, she felt the threat of death. It wasn't that she wasn't strong, but she was facing 3 mystic heaven realm demonic beasts and a dozen mystic body realm demonic beasts by herself. Her reaction was already very fast when she was suddenly attacked from behind. It's over. At this moment, she felt like her back was going to be pierced through. Wah! In the next moment, Han Chushua's figure disappeared from where she was standing. Following that, the violent flame rat leaped up and fell down. Boom! At the spot where she was standing, the violent flame rat blasted out a 5-meter deep hole that was still burning with flames. It was enough to see how strong this attack was. Han Chushua appeared 20 meters away, and she was stunned for a moment. Could it be that Lin Xian's space attribute helped her achieve a space jump? Han Chushua glanced at Lin Xian, who was still fighting. She wasn't sure. Above the street lamp, Ling Longyue was eating potato chips. She held the life and death of 3 people in her hands. Lin Xian asked her to protect them, so what she had to do was very simple. When they were in danger, she just had to casually release her space energy to help them escape. To her, this was a piece of cake. Chapter 508. As the battle continued, Ling Longyue was their protector. Not only could she teleport them to avoid fatal attacks, she could also teleport away any attacks that were about to land on them. In short, with the strength and the space attribute, one could do whatever they wanted. At the start, Ling Ying and Han Chushua thought that Lin Xian was using the space attribute to protect them. However, as the battle continued, they felt that something was wrong. Lin Xian was also fighting. How did he manage to protect them while he was fighting? Then, Ling Ying looked at Ling Longyue, who was sitting on the road, swinging her legs and eating potato chips. Could it be her? This Ling Longyue. The first time Ling Ying came into contact with her was at Tianhua Academy. At that time, people from Tianqing Academy came to PK, and Ling Longyue was one of them. As for why she did not participate in the Tianwu assembly, Ling Ying did not know. Maybe there was such a powerful barrier and she was too lazy to participate. She did not like it. That was also possible. However, she remembered that Lin Xian and Ling Longyue fought and he admitted defeat. At that time, he even told her that this girl had the space attribute and was stronger than him. So Lin Xian's purpose of finding her was to protect them. Very likely. But even so, if the mysterious heaven realm meets a powerful demonic beast, it will not be able to protect them. I will also lose my life. Ling Ying thought for a moment and then continued to fight. Ding! Your level has increased to mysterious heaven realm 10 stars. An hour later, the corpses of demonic beasts around the 5-forked road had piled up into a small mountain. The 3 of them did not know how many demonic beasts they had killed, but Lin Xian had successfully reached mysterious heaven realm 10 stars. Finally, mysterious heaven realm 10 stars. Lin Xian heaved a long sigh of relief. At the same time, most of the monsters in the surroundings had been killed. The remaining monsters that were scattered around didn't dare to come forward after seeing so many monster corpses. His realm increased. Ling Ying and Han Chusha walked to Lin Xian's side. Lin Xian nodded. Yes, it increased. I will go and break through to the lightning tribulation realm now. Help me protect it. B. Ling Ying and Han Chusha sighed. Not long ago, Lin Xian's realm was far lower than theirs. But now Lin Xian had surpassed them. Ling did not feel anything. She was happy that her man was strong. However, she did not admit defeat. Lin Xian to surpass her, but he could not keep surpassing her and leave her further and further and further and further and further. She would not allow herself to do so. Ding, do you want to spend 8 million male god points? Before this, Lin Xian had already exchanged 3 heavenly star fruits. One for himself, one for Miao Xiao Miao, and one for Han Chushue. The price of the heavenly star fruit doubled. The first one was 1 million, the second one was 2 million, the third one was 4 million, and now the fourth one was 8 million. Fortunately, he had earned quite a bit. After spending 8 million, he still had 30 million left. She had been saving it all this time. Even the prize will had not been used for a long time. It was all for emergencies. If she really needed the Adonis points and they were gone, that would be the most unbearable moment. Moreover, Lin Xian still had one left for Ling Ying. When the time came, he would spend 16 million to get one for her so that she could break through to the lightning tribulation realm. However, it did not matter. It was only 10 million male god points. After he had sex with Han Chushue, he could easily earn tens of millions. A heavenly star fruit appeared in his hand. Of course, Ling Ying and Han Chushue recognized it. Ling Longyue, who was under the street lamp, glanced at it. What fruit is that? Looks delicious. She looked at the potato chips in her hand and then carefully looked at the fruit in Lin Xian's hand. Then, she watched as Lin Xian devoured the tasty fruit with her own eyes. A terrifying force exploded from Lin Xian's body. I'm so envious. Ling Ying took 2 steps back. But, this fruit is so scary. It could easily help me break through to the mysterious heaven realm from the mysterious body realm, and even help Lin Xian break through to the lightning tribulation realm from the mysterious heaven realm. What is this fruit? As expected, the things in the hands of a virtuous stage expert are incomprehensible. Han Chushue sighed. Yes, but Ling Longyue should know. After all, she is Ling Longshue's sister. Lin Xian said that the heavenly star fruit was given to him by Ling Longshue. However, Ling Longyue really did not know. Ling Longshue probably did not know either. This fruit was given to Lin Xian by the male god system. Ling Longyue was still in shock. What fruit is that? It can actually help him break through to the lightning tribulation realm. Ling Longyue's mouth was slightly open. In fact, she had seen many heaven and earth spirit objects that could help a person break through to the next realm. There were even heaven and earth spirit objects that could help her break through to the next realm. However, she was very clear how rare such heaven and earth spirit objects were. Most of them could not be touched directly and required a special method to pluck them. Even if they were plucked, they could not be held with their physical body because they could not bear the weight. Therefore, for such a soft fruit, she could not even feel any spiritual energy from it. Lin Xian could even hold it easily and eat it to break through to the lightning tribulation realm. She really did not know about this fruit. At this moment, Lin Xian's aura was still rising. The change from the mysterious heaven realm to the lightning tribulation realm was the change from a stinky brother to a male god. The difference in combat strength was too big. Ling Longyue landed beside Lin Xian and poked his face with her small hand. Lin Xian opened his eyes and exhaled a mouthful of turbid air. His eyes flashed. This feeling, it was too good. No wonder so many people were willing to take shortcuts for strength. Qin Shaotian, or rather all the members of the evil fiend hall. The feeling of strength was really irresistible. The change from the mysterious heaven realm to the lightning tribulation realm was a qualitative leap. The difference in strength was close to 10 times. This was also why it was so difficult to fight across realms. The higher the realm, the greater the gap between realms. Right now, Lin Xian felt that the lethality of his Earth realm martial skill was already heaven-defying. There was a feeling of invincibility, but it was still okay. After all, he had once felt the power of the domain realm. That was the true abnormal. The lightning tribulation realm might be a new beginning. How is it? Ling Ying asked expectantly. Very good. I feel like I can go from 1.5 hours to 3 hours. Lin Xian said with a smile. What do you mean? Han Chushue looked at Lin Xian with a puzzled face. What did this metaphor mean? However, Ling Ying understood. Damn Lin Yong. 3 hours, did he not treat her as a human? Who could bear it? Go to hell. Bastard. Ling Ying stepped on Lin Xian's foot and walked to the side. Han Chushue and Ling Longyue were stunned. Why was she suddenly angry? Chapter 509. Lin Xian really felt that he could last for 3 hours. He wasn't wrong. Ling Ying's face was red. What should she do? What should she do? She really wouldn't be able to get out of bed like this. What should she do? What if Lin Xian reached the Law Realm in the future? Wouldn't she? Who could withstand this? Lin Xian's mind was filled with all kinds of system notifications regarding Ling Ying, causing Lin Xian to be confused. This girl. What's going on? Hey! Why are you blushing? Lin Xian went over and saw that Ling Ying's face was extremely red. Although it was dark outside, the weather was good and the moonlight was quite bright. He could still see clearly at such a close distance. Are you blind? How is my face? Blushing. Get lost. Ling Ying pushed Lin Xian away and walked over to Han Chushue. Strange. Lin Xian scratched his head. Then they walked deeper into the forest. They had basically cleared out the 5 forks in the road. No more demonic beasts dared to come over because there were so many demonic beast corpses here. Unless the demonic beast was very strong, they were confident that they would be a match for them. However, it was difficult to encounter such a situation unless they were in the lightning tribulation realm. What fruit is that? Ling Longyue asked curiously. Heavenly star fruit. Lin Xian replied. Heavenly star fruit. I've never heard of it. Is there anything else? Oh. Go back and ask sister. She should know. In fact, Lin Xian also wanted to know if the heavenly star fruit existed in this world. Did the Adonis system give him something that existed in this world? Or was he the only one who had it? Yes, go back and ask your sister. Heavenly star fruit, ha. When the time comes, tell me if she knows. Time gradually passed. Ling Ying's cultivation had reached mysterious heaven realm 9 stars. Han Chushue's ability to kill groups was extremely strong. In addition, her cultivation was originally resisting Ling Ying, so she rose to mysterious heaven realm 8 stars. In short, tonight was a great improvement for the 3 of them. It was 1 in the morning. At this time, to be honest, it was too quiet. Occasionally, there would be sounds of demonic beasts coming out of the city to look for food. The few of them rested in a corner, recovering their spiritual energy and physical strength. When are we going back? Ling Longyue was bored to death. What's the point of watching these people farm? Seriously. She was so bored that she would rather go home and sleep than hang out with them. They could fight and it was quite interesting. Fighting would at least give them something to do. What about her? The snacks were all gone. Lin Xian looked at the time. Let's go back at dawn. Lin Xian said. Ling Longyue's face fell instantly. It was late autumn now and there were still more than 5 hours before dawn. It would only be dawn at 6:30 a.m. She was so pitiful. Usually it was others who served her, but now sob. What? Do you have any objections? Lin Xian glared at Ling Longyue. Ling Longyue pouted her lips. I have no objections, she said unhappily. But I'm hungry. Ling Longyue pouted her lips. Perhaps the way to not be so bored was to eat something good. Damn. I saw that you haven't stopped eating since we got in the car. You're saying you're hungry. Lin Xian was dumbfounded. I'm hungry, you don't want to give me anything. Ling Longyue roared. Ugh. Although it was a roar, why did it feel like this girl was acting coquettishly? Actually, it wasn't coquettishly, it was just that she felt wronged. When had she ever served others? Saving people, carrying backpacks and being so bored. She was even choked by Lin Xian. Now that she didn't even have anything good to eat, she felt wronged. She was so pitiful. Here. I'll give you all my good food. Lin Xian quickly took out all the food from his spatial ring and gave it to Ling Longyue. Ling Longyue's big eyes sparkled. Let me tell you, this is my little fairy's meat patty. If you don't like it, give it to me. Do you hear me? I know. Then Ling Longyue happily kept all the snacks into her spatial ring. Holding the meat patty made by Linya in her hand, she happily took a bite. Ling Longyue's favorability towards you +5. Ugh. The sudden increase in favorability made Lin Xian dumbfounded. This girl's favorability was so damn hard to increase. Previously, when he brought her to eat all kinds of good food, it only increased by 1 point. Now, when he gave her some good food, it increased by 5 points. Now, it was 10 points of favorability. What the hell? Actually, it was easy to explain. This was because Ling Longyue was feeling a little wronged. She felt that eating some good food would comfort her, but there wasn't any good food. In this state of mind, Lin Xian had always bullied her, but he gave her so much good food. Naturally, she was very satisfied and her favorability towards Lin Xian increased slightly. More importantly, the meat patty was very delicious. It would be even better if it was hot. Suddenly eating something that satisfied her, she was very happy. Why don't you give me some? I'm a little hungry too. Lin Xian saw that Ling Longyue was eating so happily. Her big eyes were so satisfied that they were like crescent moons. Then, he really felt a little hungry. No, you said that you would give it all to me. Then, I won't give you anything that little fairy makes in the future. Also, don't think that I will go to your place to cook for you guys. Ling Longyue paused for a moment. Then, she quietly tore a piece of meat patty that was about the size of her little hand and gave it to Lin Xian. Here, I can't give you any more. Lin Xian, sure. Ling Ying and Han Chushue had also brought some food with them. They were all vacuum-packed cooked food. It was rare for them to bring food out like Lin Xian because it could not be kept for long. They had to finish it in a day. Most of the food they brought were compressed biscuits, chicken drumsticks, duck legs, duck necks and so on. However, they were all snacks that were vacuum-packed. It would be fine even if they kept it for a few months. Lin Xian, look over there. Suddenly, Ling Ying saw something and quickly retracted her head. They were at the entrance of a small alley. Lin Xian quietly peeked out. People. On the street in front, there were 3 people walking towards them. I'm not sure. They could be martial artists who are also here to grind. Or they could be demonic beasts in human form. Ling Ying said cautiously. Ling Longyue was only focused on eating and did not even bother to look. I'll go take a look, Ling Ying said. Be careful. Ling Ying nodded her head. Then she concealed herself. The night was the world of the dark attribute. Even if she had mastered the dark attribute and could conceal herself during the day, it was definitely the strongest in the night. Ling Ying used the dark attribute to conceal herself and sneaked near the 3 of them. In the next moment, a terrifying force rushed towards the concealed Ling Ying. Chapter 510. Be careful. Although Lin Xian could not see where Ling Ying was, Ling Ying had said that she was going to check out the wind. Then, those people just happened to attack in the same direction. Obviously, they had seen Ling Ying. They could see Ling Ying who was hiding under the dark attribute. Even Lin Xian could not detect it. So how could they detect Ling Ying? Either she had exposed a flaw, or the opponent's realm was much higher than Ling Ying's. In that case, her concealment was nothing in front of such an expert. Therefore, when the expert released a force to attack an area, Lin Xian subconsciously thought that he was attacking Ling Ying who was hiding in the dark. In the next moment, Ling Ying's figure suddenly appeared beside Lin Xian. Ling Ying's little face was a little pale. Obviously, she was frightened. That's right, that terrifying force was indeed attacking her. It was so fast that she could not dodge in time. That force surpassed the low realm. Therefore, at that moment she thought that she was going to die. She really thought that she was going to die. At that moment, Lin Xian's evil look appeared in her mind. Thinking about it, it was a little funny. Are you okay? Lin Xian quickly grabbed Ling Ying's hand. I'm fine. Ling Ying did not even have time to react. How did she suddenly appear beside Lin Xian? I'm fine. Lin Xian comforted Ling Ying. Obviously, she had experienced life and death in that instant. The Grim Reaper had grabbed her and saved her. Of course, it was not Lin Xian who saved her, but Ling Longyue. Thank you. Lin Xian was really grateful to Ling Longyue from the bottom of his heart. Humph. As long as you remember. Ling Longyue then walked out. Hey! Han Chushue subconsciously shouted. I'm fine, Lin Xian said. Han Chushue held onto Ling Ying with one hand and looked at Lin Xian with surprise. I'm fine. That power just now was at least at the high level of the law realm, and it might even be at the domain realm. How could? Don't worry. Even if he was in the domain realm, it was useless because Ling Longyue was in the Empyrean realm. That's a demonic beast. When you attacked me just now, I felt demonic energy. Ling Ying regained his senses and hurriedly said to Lin Xian, Go! Lin Xian pulled Ling Ying's hand and said, Just follow me. Then Lin Xian pulled Ling Ying over. What a joke. It doesn't matter if I'm not strong enough, as long as I have someone to back me up. If not for Ling Longyue, Ling Ying would have died just now. Therefore, Lin Xian was furious. Han Chushue was stunned. He knew that those were demonic beasts and they were so powerful. Why did Lin Xian still dare to go over? Ling Longyue too. However, Han Chushue did not think that Lin Xian was a fool. Therefore she followed him. Yo, our luck tonight is really good. The three of them looked to be middle-aged men in their 40s. One of them was covered in red hair while the other was covered in lush hair. The one who spoke was considered normal. At this moment, the three of them were looking at Ling Longyue, Ling Ying, and Han Chushue. The lust in their eyes was not concealed at all. Ling Longyue hated this kind of gaze the most. Basically, all girls hated this kind of gaze the most. Although Lin Xian was a pervert, at least he would not reveal such a gaze. Sometimes, he was perverted but his eyes were still clear. That was different. This little lowly is mine. The lush, burly man licked his lips as he stared at Ling Longyue as if he wanted to swallow her alive. Our luck is really good. These few human girls are of the highest quality. Their gazes then landed on Lin Xian who was walking over. There's actually a man. Following which, a terrifying force rushed towards Lin Xian. However, they were stunned for a moment. When the force reached Lin Xian, it suddenly disappeared. Why? Could it be that the force was not released? He did not believe it and released another force. He was sure that if he released it, the force would be able to blast this person to smithereens. However, it disappeared again. Why did the force disappear? It was simple. Ling Longyue's space attribute had transferred the force away. At this moment, they felt that something was not right. I'll give the three of you 3 breaths to kneel down and beg for mercy and I'll spare your lives. Ling Longyue's petite body looked extremely domineering at this moment. Ling Ying and Han Chushue were not stupid. Previously, when Lin Xian said that she was in the Shentian realm, they believed him. However, now that Lin Xian dared to follow Ling Longyue out, what did that prove? Lin Xian believed in Ling Longyue's strength. In other words, this Ling Longyue was not in the Shentian realm. Her sister was in the Shentian realm and she looked only a few years younger than her sister. If she was in the Shentian realm, it did not seem right. It was too low. However, she was definitely not simple right now. The 3 experts looked at each other and could not help but laugh out loud. A few little girls actually wanted them to kneel down and beg for mercy. Little girl, I'm afraid you don't know who we are. We are members of the demon race, members of the demon god temple. One more breath. You really don't know what it feels like to die. Time's up. Ling Longyue's beautiful eyes shone with a sharp light. Then, she lightly stomped her foot and a terrifying force rose up. The 3 figures were directly sent flying. They did not even have time to scream before they turned into nothingness. The 3 of them, Han Chushue and Ling Ying, swallowed a mouthful of saliva. That's right, they had not encountered many shocking things in their lives. However, they had never been as shocked as they were now. That's it. Did you use the space attribute to send them away? Ling Ying asked. No, I crushed them into nothingness, Ling Longyue said indifferently. Then she took a bite of the meat paste cake and ate it innocently. The two girls, what realm are you in? At this moment Lin Xian said, she is in the heavenly venerable realm. Since they had encountered such a situation, there was no need for Lin Xian to hide Ling Longyue's cultivation realm. Although they were mentally prepared, they were still very shocked. Heavens! She is so young and she is in the heavenly venerable realm. Her sister is in the virtuality realm. Lin Xian added. I guessed it. No wonder you dared to be so arrogant in the demonic beast domain. It turns out that you have nothing to fear. Ling Ying also realized why Lin Xian dared to be so high profile in a city like Chongfeng City. If they knew that there was a heavenly venerable realm expert by their side protecting them, they would probably be as arrogant as the sky. In other words, the one who used the space attribute to save them, or rather protect them from harm, was Ling Longyue, who was sitting on the street lamp and eating potato chips. Thank you. Ling Ying looked at Ling Longyue gratefully. Without her, she would have really died. No need to thank me. I don't have much resentment for saving you guys. However, I am a little unhappy that I saved this bastard. Ling Longyue said. Lin Xian. Chapter 511. Actually, Lin Xian really wanted to say, little girl, can you stop being so arrogant? You already have 10 favorability points and you're still being arrogant. No way, aren't you being too decisive in killing them? Lin Xian said quietly. What else do you want? You still want to flirt with them? Ling Longyue's words left Lin Xian speechless. Ling Ying and Han Chusha were done with their shock. This girl. She's a heavenly venerable. Alright, she's awesome, but so is her sister. When the time comes, Ling Ying will have to ask Lin Xian how he got to know these sisters and who they are. They're too strong. They're not just strong in their realm, they're strong in all aspects. Ling Ying had at least seen the battle between Ling Longyue and Lin Xian. He knew that Ling Longyue's actual combat skills were very strong. At this moment, Ling Longyue looked at the horizon. What's wrong? Lin Xian looked at Ling Longyue in confusion. She's strong and can sense many things, but they can't. I'm not telling you. Ling Longyue said. Lin Xian, tell me. Well, hurry up. Well, the two girls looked at each other. Is this the heavenly venerable? Isn't she just a little girl? Who would believe that this little girl is a heavenly venerable if they didn't see it with their own eyes? That's too childish. However, this Lin Xian is even more childish than her. If you don't tell me, then don't think about what I'm going to give you. Lin Xian started this move. You think I care? Ling Longyue said proudly. If you don't care, then I won't give it to you. Ling Longyue, you're a person who doesn't keep your words. Ling Longyue said angrily. Aren't you also not keeping your words? You said that you'll listen to me. Now that I'm asking you something, you're not telling me. Ling Longyue was speechless. I keep having the feeling that this celestial venerable realm is fake, but a genuine little girl. What do you think? Ling Ying quietly said to Han Chushue. Han Chushue nodded. If they hadn't seen that abnormal power with their own eyes, they wouldn't have believed it. Ling Longyue then looked at Lin Xian and said, Then promise me that after today, you will give me something. Why? Lin Xian scratched his head. I saved someone, won't my days be reduced? Does saving people have anything to do with what we discussed before? Isn't that your duty? Ling Longyue. Really? He was going to be angry. She was going to be angry. Then Lin Xian smiled and said, all right, I'm just teasing you. I'll give it to you after today. Also, I want to thank you properly. Ling Longyue's favorability towards you +2. Lin Xian smiled. So, to increase her favorability, he had to compromise. The main thing was that she felt wronged before, but Lin Xian chose to compromise. She was very happy, as if she had won. Her state of mind was still that of a child and she was very competitive. Ling Ying came over. Then that. I also want to thank you. Ling Ying thanked her. No need. Ling Longyue was very polite to girls, but to Lin Xian. I've already helped you, thank me, you don't have to. Lin Xian. Ling Longyue. This person, he was really shameless. Then what did you want to say? Lin Xian asked. There are demonic beasts in front. Ling Longyue said. Lin Xian. You seem to be deliberately teasing me. Where are there no demonic beasts? Ling Longyue. I mean, there are many demonic beasts in front. Nonsense. There are definitely many demonic beasts in the city. Ling Longyue. All right, blame me for not being detailed. What I mean is, there are more than 10 times the number of demonic beasts in front of us. Lin Xian. Gulp. Lin Xian swallowed a mouthful of saliva. You're serious? Yes, there are about 100,000 of them. A heavenly venerable's perception of a few kilometers is not a problem, as long as they release their divine sense to sense. 100,000. Ling Longyue nodded. Han Chushue and Ling Ying looked at each other. Logically speaking, what is the concept of 100,000 demonic beasts? Actually, it is not a lot. Just Chongfeng City alone can have millions of demonic beasts, but one must know that millions of demonic beasts are thousands of square kilometers. What is the concept of thousands of square kilometers? Shanghai City has more than 6,000 square kilometers, with more than 20 million people living there. Tianhua City is 800 square kilometers, with more than 3 million people, but Ling Longyue said that there are already 100,000 demonic beasts in front of them. This is already a heaven-defying abnormality. Even if they killed demonic beasts for half an hour at the Five Fork Road, they would only have a few hundred demonic beasts. And in front of them, there are 100,000 demonic beasts. Are you sure? Ling Longyue nodded. It is possible, it is not less than 100,000. Han Chushue suddenly thought of something. If it is true, it means that the demonic beasts are making a big move. Not to mention 100,000, even 10,000 demonic beasts would be a big move. And what is the big move of the demonic beasts? Ling Ying looked at Han Chushue, and after 2 seconds he muttered, Attack the city. That's right. There is only one reason for a large number of demonic beasts to gather. Attack the city. Attack the human city. That is very possible. Ling Longyue said softly. 100,000 demonic beasts. Attack my ass. Lin Xian. Ling Ying said in shock. Are you an idiot? There are 100,000 demonic beasts in front of us, and there are 100 other places with 100,000 demonic beasts. Wouldn't that add up to 10 million demonic beasts? Lin Xian. That makes sense, let's go. Where to? Lin Xian said. Let's go and see with our own eyes. Xiao Yeye, send us there. Ling Longyue rolled her eyes at Lin Xian, and then snapped her fingers, and the few of them disappeared from the spot. When they reappeared, they were at the rooftop of a shopping mall that was tens of meters tall. Lin Xian then walked to the edge and looked down from above, and suddenly took in a breath of cold air. How is it? Ling Ying came over, and then he was stunned. On the streets below, in the big buildings, there were all kinds of demonic beasts. They were all here, and even an idiot could tell at a glance that they had received orders to gather here. It was like a school student gathering at the field under the orders of the principal. 100,000 demonic beasts. What kind of concept was that? The biggest stadium in the world could at most hold 100,000 people. Could it be? The demonic beasts are preparing to attack Tianhua City. Han Chushue frowned. That is very possible. Lin Xian looked at Ling Longyue and asked, Xiao Yeye, can you help me check if there are any other demonic beasts gathering in the near future? Are you treating me as a laborer? I will give it to you when we get home. Then Ling Longyue disappeared from the spot. The three of them. This girl seems to have no principles. After about a minute, Ling Longyue returned. Chapter 5:12. Lin Xian hurriedly looked at her. How is it? Ling Longyue said. Nothing. Nothing. Lin Xian slowly paced back and forth as he muttered to himself. It's not normal for hundreds of thousands of beasts to gather, but why aren't there any other gathering places? Either the beasts aren't attacking Tianhua City, or they haven't gathered yet. Lin Xian muttered to himself. But this news must be reported to the three major forces. Ling Ying said. Lin Xian nodded his head. This wasn't good news at all. If they could control the beasts, the Thousand Demon Alliance's plan of action would be much better. For example, when should they take action? But how could that be possible? A spy planted by the humans. Perhaps they could be planted in the Thousand Demon Alliance, but it was impossible for them to know the secrets of the Thousand Demon Alliance. Even Wang Jichao was just a small fry in the 10,000 Demon Alliance. But Lin Xian looked at Ling Longyue. Why are you looking at me? Ling Longyue felt uneasy when Lin Xian looked at her. It's nothing. We'll talk about it when the time comes. Let's go back first. Let's not do it until dawn today. Originally, they wanted to do it until dawn. But now they were panicking. If they attracted hundreds of thousands of beasts, they would be in trouble. Alright, we've all advanced tonight. Especially since you're already in the lightning tribulation realm. That's enough. Let's go back first. Don't you know the commander of the Divine Palace? You'd better tell him about this now. No matter if it's dangerous or not, we must let them know about this. Ling Ying said. I know. Then, the few of them began their return journey. Luckily, the car was still there and wasn't destroyed by the beasts. Because they were driving ordinary cars, they were really worried about it being destroyed. For example, those mercenary groups drove special cars that couldn't be destroyed by ordinary missiles. On the way, Lin Xian sent a WeChat message to Qin Feng. If Qin Feng didn't reply, Lin Xian would call him. Anyway, he had to let Qin Feng know about this as soon as possible. Qin Feng replied within seconds. After understanding the situation with Lin Xian, he immediately carried out the plan. This was an earth-shattering matter that couldn't be neglected. It concerned the lives of millions of people in Tianhua City, and whether or not Tianhua City would fall. If the demonic beasts were really gathering and preparing to attack Tianhua City or one of the surrounding cities, then this matter would be huge. After returning to Tianhua City, Ling Ying went to Han Chushua's house to sleep with her. Actually, Lin Xian wanted to go to Han Chushua's place. But he had something to trouble Ling Longyue with. Originally, Ling Ying wanted to send them home first, but when they arrived near Han Chushua's house, Lin Xian and Ling Longyue got off the car. Little Yu, there's something I need your help with. Hey, bastard. You already said that I'll help you see if there are any demonic beasts gathering nearby. Why do you still need my help? You're going back on your words. Ling Longyue pursed her lips. Maybe it was because she had a good impression of Lin Xian that she didn't talk back to Lin Xian as much as she did before. No, I'm serious. I need your help. You first. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose and said, Weren't you from the 10,000 Demon Alliance? Why don't you make a trip back to the 10,000 Demon Alliance and see if you can get some important information? For example, when the 10,000 Demon Alliance is preparing to attack Tianhua City, then you can tell me. I believe that with your strength and status, you can definitely get such information from the 10,000 Demon Alliance. I'm sorry, but ever since I came to the human world, the 10,000 Demon Alliance no longer trusts me. Ling Longyue said casually. What? It's a top secret that the Myriad Demon Alliance is attacking a human city. If it were in the past, I would have been able to learn the secret. However, I've been in a human city for so long. In fact, the Myriad Demon Alliance probably doesn't trust me anymore even after 2 hours. They know. Lin Xian asked. Of course, do you think that the 10,000 Demon Alliance is full of useless people? Do you think that the 10,000 Demon Alliance doesn't exist in your city? Do you think that the 10,000 Demon Alliance doesn't exist in your 3 major forces? Lin Xian. What the F***CK? After hearing Ling Longyue's words, Lin Xian was terrified. The human world was different from the 10,000 Demon Alliance of the demon race. The demon race's elites could ignore the enchantment barrier and enter. Just look at Ling Longyue and Ling Longshui. Therefore, there must be some demons in the human world. Because the human world was like this, the demon race was different. This caused humans to be unable to infiltrate the demon race. They could only enter the 10,000 Demon Alliance. Even if you managed to sneak in, the demon race would not trust a human. As for me being in the human world, the 10,000 Demon Alliance probably knew about it on the first day. Plus, my sister and I are neutral. Why would they trust me now? Although Ling Longyue is a little arrogant and doesn't seem to have a good brain, she is definitely smart. I see. Lin Xian pondered for a moment. In other words, you're no longer part of the 10,000 Demon Alliance. You're on the human side now. Lin Xian raised his eyebrows. Dream on. No matter what, I'm still neutral. Don't think that I'll help you humans. Ling Longyue said proudly. This girl was even more arrogant than Miao Xiaomiao. If it's conquered, no one will make braised pork for you, no one will sell ice cream, no one will open an amusement park, no mobile games, no computer games, and no potato chips, jelly and lollipops. Lin Xian said with a smile. Ling Longyue. Then I'll help you once in a while. Ha ha ha. Hearing Ling Longyue's words, Lin Xian could not help but laugh out loud. This girl damn is so cute. What are you laughing at? Ling Longyue's face was a little red as she stared at Lin Xian angrily with her hands on her hips. Nothing. Nothing, huh? You're still laughing. Lin Xian tried to hold back his laughter. Alright, you can go back. I saw that the lights in the house are still on. They're probably still awake. I'll go home. I won't stay any longer. Hey! Ling Longyue called out to Lin Xian. You can't bear to leave me. Lin Xian smiled. You forgot what you promised me. Ling Longyue stretched out her hand to Lin Xian. Lin Xian. Here. Lin Xian exchanged for an attribute increasing potion and threw it to Ling Longyue. Ling Longyue's eyes lit up. Did he really give it to her so easily? I'm going back. Also, I want to thank you again. Thank you for saving Ling Ying. With that, Lin Xian went home. Really, Lin Xian was really grateful to Ling Longyue. Without her, Ling Ying would have been dead. Luckily, he brought Ling Longyue with him. Luckily, she reacted quickly. Ling Longyue's favorability towards you +8. Although she did not want to admit it, Ling Longshui was really happy. You're tuning in to the Whispers of Romance YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.